Sports Encyclopedia. We West Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you? He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. You said from day one you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you. Oh, God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you.
Coach JB Show.
What up, man? I'm back in the building. Fucking power just kicked on. 3:15 this morning. Been without power since yesterday. Since it went out during the show. Just got it back, man. I said yesterday on X and on Instagram, I truly want to run for governor, man. Or mayor or something. But knowing that I probably would never get shot at it because they would love to cancel me. And would love to dig up dirt on me, which I don't care about, but I know they wouldn't let me in there in the building. You got to have big money. You got to have big support. You got to have all that shit. It's all bureaucratic, and the policies of California are always going to be left-winged, and it's a liberal state, even though it's as red as it's ever been. Nobody wants to discuss that or talk about it. But it's like running out of time with me, man. Like, I don't know, man. I'm thinking about, you know what? It might be time to get the fuck up out of here. And I'm always the one to fight and stand and fucking do it and fight and stand and deliver and da-da-da. But it's like, I don't know, man, if it's even worth it anymore, man. They are ruining the most beautiful state in the union in front of our very eyes, and no one's doing anything. We're handcuffed in a sense. The Hollywood sign is on fire. People, a historic symbol in America. Y'all can call it Holly Weird. We already know that. I've been saying it's Holly Weird for years. Since I was a little kid, I knew it was Holly Weird. But the sign has nothing to do with the weirdo fucks that are in it. The sign is just an historical monument, and it's on fire. Pacific Palisades, the richest land in America, is gone. This is apocalyptic, man. This is it is truly sad, and there's fires being started all over. And I love the idiot fucking tards that have come at me on social media that this is natural. Let the wind die out. It always happens, JB. We'll put it out when the wind dies out. It always takes 2 to 3 days. Hey, fuck boys. It's January. It's not August, homies. It's fucking January. It's cold weather. Fires don't just pop up because the sun is so bright and hot. Are you that fucking dumb? Like, this is my issue I'm having, man, with a lot of people, even some friends. This is January. It shouldn't just be popping up fires it's ironic that it's hopping over here, and it's popping over here, and it's fucking in Palos Verdes, which is literally yards from the Pacific Ocean. Yet we won't use the water to put it out. We're out of water in the hydrants. I gave you my rant yesterday about all that already. I'm not going to do that again. But what I will do is this. The fires are burning, and now we're burning famous things. And I want to give you guys a history lesson because some of it I wrote in my book. Some of it, obviously, my 48 years in this town, in this city, I've kind of seen a lot. I've heard a lot, and I've actively done a lot. Fires don't just start up in January in LA. So we got to wake the fuck up, number one, people. What a joke, though, the politicians in this state are. And what a joke it is to pay taxes in a state that only half of us pay in, whereas the other half skate by. And yet we front that half with our own pockets. And nobody talks about it. And they can fucking rob us, loot us, steal everything. They're robbing houses right now. Meanwhile, the left-wing folks who voted these particular politicians in office, homes are literally on fire. And I find the irony in that comical. I find the situation sad. This is true story. State Farm and other insurance companies canceled over 2,000 policies about 2 months ago. Eric Weddle and I are two of them. I spoke with E-Dub last night about this. We got no notification. We had no idea that our home was no longer covered with fire insurance. True story. And nobody wants to discuss this. I just found out, dog. And I'm so livid right now at this state that I can't even get pissed off at it because I'll lose my shit. Meanwhile, Biden sends another $500 million to Ukraine yesterday as this state is on fire. While North Carolina has yet to be properly served after hurricanes. But we're sending money to foreign places that have diddly shit to do with our people, we the people, which is in the Constitution, we the people. I thought we the people were the fucking American citizens that are on this fucking soil today, right now. Not some fucking foreign entity that is all about politics, money, and oil, and all we discuss is how much money can we send off. I got a fun fact for everybody out here that you might not know this. Do any of you in this chat or anyone out there listening right now know that LA had and has, I'm going to say has, one of the first underground railroad systems, train systems, public transportation systems in the world? Does any of you know this? Do any of you know this? Over 100 years ago, people, we already had a huge traffic issue in Los Angeles 100 years ago. And you can go down to Union Station in LA and you can see the blueprints in a framed picture. The trains are still here. The tracks are still here. The tunnels are still here. Why did we stop? So we can sit in traffic and you can see Smitty do traffic videos all day long on Instagram? How crazy traffic is here? It didn't have to be that way. It don't have to be that way. We have some of the largest tunnel systems in America right here, right now. Nobody wants to talk about it. I haven't heard anyone mention it. My grandmother used to tell us stories. They used to ride it through Sears Roebuck, through downtown LA, all the way to the beach, which ironically goes through Pacific Palisades, which is just burned down. And now they're going to Hollywood to catch fire, to start fires. And guess where the train station begins and ends? Hollywood. I won't discuss what this means on this show. I'm not going to get into conspiracies. But it's ironic that these fires are all above these fucking tunnels that contain trains that we could be using for public transportation, to limit traffic, to be something that no one else is. which was the greatest state in America that a lot of you fucks will never understand or don't even have a clue about. We already have the best weather, the best bitches, and the best food, and now these politicians have literally ruined it beyond repair. And from JB, knowing I can't run for governor, mayor, because these fucks would never allow it, it's probably time for me to get the fuck out. But what do I know? Without further ado, man, college football playoffs begin, and it would be who better to discuss it with than my main man, Far East Sider, Naptown legend, LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, AR5 defending, Big Smitty.
Woo, man, what's going on, y'all? Good morning, JP. Good morning. I'm glad to see your power back on and you're safe. And I'm glad to see everybody in this chat, man. We got my main man, Jonathan Kidd. We got Kane's Hat Heat 305. We got Eric Rivera, Mr. Pettyford, Gene, of course, who hates me, and everybody else, man. But I'm glad to be here. Big time football is back. And yes, like you said, I'm gonna say the same thing again. T's and P's to all the people who lost their houses, lost their homes, their businesses, who are figuring out life and next steps. My brother is literally a firefighter and was working all night. Not last night, but 2 nights ago. And I asked him straight up, I said, how long do you think all this is going to last? And he told me straight up, he said, probably a month. That's what he told me to my face. He said, I don't see it stopping probably. He said, it's going to take a long time because it's spread out in so many different locations. And every time they go in to try to, maintain one fire due to the wind and the spread out, is like, it just continues to grow. And like, he's explaining to me just why it's so difficult to maintain, the lack of resources that the fire department has. He talked about how the budgets got cut, tremendously, months ago to where they don't even have the resources to get their trucks repaired, to be out there, to have more trucks. There's firefighters who are like off, who wants to call in and help, but they don't have anywhere for them to go because they don't have the trucks. And there's so much information that I'm starting to learn and understand with this. But he did ensure let me know that the firefighters on the ground, people who got their feet on the ground, are doing absolutely everything they can to get this under wraps. We don't know big picture. But,
yeah, we knew that we've always had this country, period. This country, from New York firefighters to LA firefighters, we've always had the willing laborers.
Yeah.
We've always had the motherfuckers that are willing to get dirty and help the people. White, black, brown, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
We've always helped each other out in this country. That's what it was built on. But these government officials and these people know that there's only so many people can do when you handcuff them and limit their resources. And the resources have been limited. This is why it's so critical as to why people don't understand until they are homeowners or have children or what have you. When you find that out, you see, oh, damn, these motherfuckers are different. They're taking away my children's school. They're taking away my children's this. They're taking my insurance away. They cut the fucking bills by $17.9 million. Yet taxpayers, myself, paid $24 billion to apparently limit homelessness in California, and it's only gotten worse.
Right.
We continue to be lied to in the front of our faces, and then we accept it as people. And listen, sometimes you have to take 2 steps back to take a step forward. And hopefully the great state of America, or the great state of California in America, can see that it's time for change on the politician side of things. And I don't want to get political in this morning show. I'm so pissed off at my people that I know that have lost their homes this morning. The state that I know that is so great, that is absolutely on fire. And this is not, I had an argument with my homie last night, dog, who coaches football. Come on, homie, we got to stop. This ain't natural. This isn't natural. I'll argue with anybody in this fucking planet Earth that this is not natural. You look at the fires from the drones above, they're literally spots, and they're mile apart. How, unless God is literally just going down there and going, gloop, 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 there's not possible for a natural fire in January for this to start. And you can talk about embers being blown across in 60-mile-an-hour winds.
That's what I was told. Again, I'm ignorant. I don't know nothing. I'm just saying that's what, when I talked to the homie, He said the wind was so crazy that all it takes is a few embers to hit another, and then that's another fire. That just, it's,
no, and I know embers travel fire. Here's the issue, though. The problem is we don't get these in January because you got to have a proper balance of heat, dry, humidity, and then, okay, I know we get it in Malibu. We have mudslides. California is notorious for it. We have fires that create mudslides. We create houses that have fallen in the water. We get that. Summer, we get it. Summer every year. Every year we have fires. I've never seen a winter fire. Never. Not here in 48 years. I've never seen one. I'm trying to go back and Google it last night. I've never seen a January forest fire. Not in California. And I sent there's like a couple things going on around, but it's just sickening, man. It's sickening. They took our insurance, Smitty. I didn't even know. I had to look it up literally yesterday when E-Dub tells me he found out they took his.
That's crazy.
I go and look at my shit. I get online and have to find my whole policy through my home insurance and all this shit. And I'm like, my shit's gone. And then I'm reading social media. They took 2,000 people's fire insurance in Pacific Palisades. So now they don't have insurance for their houses. I mean, ironically, this just all of a sudden, we knew it was about to be windy. That's just, forecaster weather. That's what we knew. It was about to be windy. And then all of a sudden, this happens. Like, to me, I'm not gonna be this conspiracy guy and say all this, but I'm just saying it's very, very ironic that all this is happening while we knew all these things were going to happen. And I'm just like, look, man, I don't know. This is just becoming like, I just feel like, when you get done over by the homie or you got lied to or a girl, that feeling. It's like, I can't fuck with it no more. Like, that's where I'm at right now, man. I'm at that point, and I'm the fighter, man. I want to be here and fight and change it. But I just know at some point I got to pick and choose my battles, because at some point I know that they're not going to let me run. I would seriously run for governor of this motherfucker. I would seriously run for it. I'm looking at these demonic individuals on TV. The mayor of this town couldn't say one word yesterday being interviewed. And I'm glad whoever interviewed her and asked her those questions, kudos to you out there. Because he asked her all the right questions. And I don't know if you watched it, Smitty, but she couldn't answer the fucking question. I don't know if you can find it, Bailey. It was embarrassment. And it should have been a slap in the people of L.A. that she didn't address one fucking person in L.A. that was going through what we're going through. She didn't address one thing. She was asked fucking, how does it feel to be out of the state during this thing? And why, now that you're back, do you have anything to say to the people for why you were out of the state? She's just sitting there spinning like this. And then the guy asked her, goes, why are the fire hydrants empty? And she's sitting there like this. Why are the reservoirs empty when we had the most rain ever? And now we didn't put it in any of these reservoirs to pump it through to the hydrants. She's literally like this, homie, like sitting there, didn't say a word. And he's like, do you have anything to say, ma'am? Are you going to address? Take a listen to this shit, dog.
An apology for being absent while their homes were burning. Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Can you back up, please? Appreciate it. Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?
Take me off, dog. I don't want to see it, dog. That shit is fucking a slap in my fucking motherfucking mama, daddy, grandma's face, everybody's face. That's a fucking disgrace. Anyone that votes for that should be fucking castrated and move the fuck up out of here, homie. I'm just being straight out real. That's a fucking cowardly fuck that doesn't want to even address her people that you guys elected to over a billionaire businessman. Again, you voted her over a billionaire who has all those nonstop resources that could have been helping this town get back right, who wanted to bring back the underground railroad system that we have, literally, that runs right through Smitty's home and right through Hollywood, right to the beach. Do you realize what we used to have here? My grandmother, I got pictures of my grandma in the train underground that used to go to the beach, Smitty, from Compton. Used to go to the beach all the time. Railroad, we got the shit. I don't know, Bailey, maybe you can find pictures, but we have the trains are down there still.
I had no idea that was even a thing until you just said it. I promise I didn't. Yeah.
The trains are still here, but nobody's brought it up at all. I haven't seen it at all. And that's what's like, I'm like, are we using trains for what they're all saying? Like, moving them kids and all that. I'm not going to get into all that, dog, but that's crazy that we've burned everything above the tracks today or in the last few days. It's wild to think. And it's wild that they've talked about the Getty Center being connected to all that other shit. And then this train track runs right through the Getty Center. Runs right through Palos Verdes, Palisades, Hollywood. Listen, man, I feel shitty because I'm out here in an hour east. And you're right there. And I know the smoke and everything's bad. I've seen video and pictures and all that shit. I'm an hour east. I feel shitty. My boat's in the mix of it. Yeah. But I give a fuck less about any of that. I'm just like, I feel bad because I'm an hour east, and I like most of this type of shit. Like when the Rodney King riots had happened, a lot of other things, I was in the mix of it. Like I was out there trying to be the fucking mediator, the friend, the helper, whatever. Yeah. And you feel helpless now. And that's why this town is in desperate need of a fucking leader. Not at the mayor level either. That broad right there is fucking a nobody. Like she's being told what to do by Newsom and others.
That's probably why she didn't respond right there, because she's probably been told ignore the media until we get your speech right. So we write your speech and then you can say something later. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I have so much disdain for politicians, dog. Because if I'm the governor or the mayor of this town, and I was out of town and this really happened, a fire broke out, right? I'm getting back home first. Boom, give me back to my folks. Give me back to my folks. I don't need no fucking paper up, homie. Like, from the heart.
Hey, man, LA, fuck, man, I'm so sorry I was gone. I don't know what to say. I was fucking out of town. This is a fucking unbelievable. I'm doing everything I can. I'm pumping water from the ocean right now. I've called our president of the United States to order me close armed guard or fucking National Guard. Give me National Guard in here. I'm going to be on the ground my motherfucking self. Listen, we got motherfuckers out of, what is it called? Out of water containers to put out little fires. And I don't know if this is a joke or not, Smitty. And I don't know. It could be. It's alleged. But for small fires in neighborhoods, this is what was taken last night in the flats portion of Santa Monica. These are women's purses that let this guy borrow to put out these fires that they say some people are starting in these trash bin areas. That's a woman's purse.
Damn.
The fire department don't have fucking containers because this broad cut them 17 mil 3 months ago.
That's wild.
Like, this is a third world country, homie, but guess what? We allow third world country people in our country. So when you do that, expect for a third world country. That's what motherfuckers don't want to break down and understand. This lady's, to your point, she was guaranteed 100% you're right. She was told not to say certain things.
And like, don't say none. Don't address it. We prepared, we prepped.
Like a head football coach would do that. Like a president of a university is going to do that. It's all politics.
Right.
But you don't need to. Like, nah, like, yes, I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to do no fucking write down, no pay, the crow and the eagle speech. This is real life.
Real life, exactly. People are really losing their lives. People are having to grab their pets and their kids and, like, they don't know where they're going to go. And, like, this is something from the heart, you know?
Like, come on, dog.
I'm with you, man.
Come on, man. Like, it's got to, you can't just address, not saying anything is saying more than anything. Bitch, you spoke louder than anybody by not saying a fucking word to the people. Don't get it twisted. You spoke louder than fucking anyone yesterday by not saying a word, you cowardly fuck. And that just is what it is. And I don't even want to say no more because I got so many goddamn words for her and this government and this fucking Newsom. It's unbelievable. Newsom said yesterday, he put his arms up like this. Oh, well, local people have to figure it out. That's quote. That's quote, homie. This is who y'all want in office to lead the state of California and dirt into the ground? Like, come on, homie. This motherfucker, just figure it out. What? I got chilled right now, homie. I'm so fucking, I choked the fuck out. Then I got my homies that used to be my management. They're currently like, you know, Boogie cousins, and they're cool with Matt and everybody. And I saw one of them, straight left, liberal, and they live in Sacramento, North Cali, and they're cool with Newsom. And these motherfuckers are like, well, JB, you said Newsom did it. That's the mayor. I had to go off on them last night. You think the fucking mayor? You think the fucking mayor is doing what the fuck the governor told her to do? You fuck. See, don't get at me with dumb shit. Let's be honest. Be real about it, homie. Like, the real life is happening regardless of who's leading it. If this was Trump's office doing this, I'm going in today. I don't give a fuck. This is real life shit. And it just so happens to be that we got this person. This is LA. This is Pacific Palisades, homie. Yep. The richest land in all of America. Per capita, this is the richest land in America. Fact. This is the richest area in all of California, in all of America.
And my homie showed me the video. He did something with his phone where they got to the point where some of the stuff they had to just let burn. Like, as long as it wasn't affecting like an actual person or went by a house, they had to just kind of let it burn out. So he showed me a video of just the fire starting out like in the same location, and then the day after of how it looked like, and it's insane. It's insane. Like,
this what people vote for, homie.
And now it's in Hollywood now, though, too. That's the one piece that even he admitted. He's like, that's the thing that's a little weird. He said the fact that it's so Hollywood, Altadena, Pacific, like it
ain't weird, homie. Here's the thing: history lesson on LA and how the landscape works. Pasadena, Altadena is very, very heavy, old, dry brush area. Right. Always has been. Right. We've been talking about in California to eliminate the brush in a lot of these areas for a long time. Because we're in LA, other than the Pasadena, San Gabriel Mountains, there's no forest here. Right. Okay, you gotta go to Big Bear, Arrowhead. You gotta go east of San Gabriel Mountains, or you gotta go north into the Sierra Nevadas and you get to Mammoth and you know all that. Down here, it's city. This is city. We got palm trees that don't burn usually, and brush. There's brush. Palos Verdes, Rancho Palos Verdes, and Pacific Palisades all connect. So it goes Long Beach, you know, San Pedro, PV, Pacific Palisades, goes all the way up. Then you get to Santa Monica, Malibu, blah, blah, blah. It's the only thing that can catch on fire, Smitty. And then you talk about that, go all the way up the coast. You get to Santa Monica, you get into Westwood area, inland just a little. You hit Westwood, UCLA, and then you get to Hollywood Hills, West Hollywood, all that stuff. And all brush. There's trees, there's natural trees, but it's all dry brush from the coast to all the way inland up into where UCLA, Westwood, North Hollywood, and Hollywood is. We've been trying to get rid of that brush. If you want to start a fire, go ahead, but the brush is what catches the fire, and it runs as if it's a connection string that just connect. If we'd have got rid of that years ago, which, listen, I'm not defending Trump in this either, but he did say it literally 3 months ago. It's on record that we needed to eliminate this brush. When I was in office, I tried to do it. Newsom battled me on it. And the ground is what causes fire. What's on it? The brush, the dry brush, whatever. If that was eliminated, these fires, we'd just be talking about, there's someone started a fire. Luckily, we got it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wouldn't be this, dog. It's not. It really isn't like a brain surgical fucking like thought process that we had to do some crazy shit to figure it out. We don't have enough greenery to burn. It has to be the dry brush that catches fire in a place like LA, Chicago, New York. Most of those states got rid of the brush, but we did it. And I'm like, dog, why? Listen, government officials are much smarter than me. That's not a good way. They forward think all this shit in a bad way, in my opinion, and this is what it's become. Anyway, we wasted 30 minutes of the show. I don't want to say wasted, but we started.
It's something that's really going on. It's a big story. I mean, I'm sure your phone's been blown up. My phone's, this morning I'm still getting texts. Hope y'all okay. If you need something, let me know. Because, people who not out here don't understand, like, realistically, where I'm at, I don't think it's even possible for it to get here just because I'm, like you said, I'm not like by forests and trees and it was stopped before it got to me. Probably
you're getting smoke, and that's
hella smoke. Yeah, like you can honestly like taste the shit when you go outside. So my wife, who had to work, she's at the hospital, worked all night. She's a little closer to like the Hollywood fire, and she said the whole hospital just smoky. Like you could like just take, So that's not good, of course. But I don't have to work on no fire. So
and then you got these idiot fucking bottom feeding looters out here that are literally looting homes because again, half of the state don't pay taxes. And I've jokingly come on here fucking with you, Smitty, about I fuck paying taxes. These motherfuckers, man. Why would I pay these rich motherfucking taxes? There's really cats out there that don't pay yet. The younger generation, and unfortunately, older cats I know too, ain't paying. But they'll be the first ones to go in, rob your shit because they couldn't do it themselves or earn it themselves. They'll go take it. It's like a fucking hyena. Where they wait till the lion's dead before they try to eat it. They're not gonna fuck with it while it's alive.
Right.
Dog, they're bottom feeders. Half the state pays these crazy taxes. Meanwhile, we got no roads that are operational. They're all fucked up. Everywhere I go in this town is fucking potholes. You got fucking shithole ass fucking construction going on everywhere that you can't drive around. We got a fucking wasted tunnel system that we could be using for fucking trains for public transportation, which would clean the city up, by the way. It would literally clean the atmosphere up. No one talks about any of this. We had it first in California, Smitty. California was unbelievable back in the day. Like we had everything. The beach, the weather, the trains, the public transportation. We eliminated traffic. That's the reason we eliminated that shit when my grandma was young in 1918. We put it in. I believe 18, but we put it in. Like, come on, dog. It's there right now. No one talks about it. You younger guys, especially transplants from other states would never know we even have it.
Yeah.
So, listen, man.
I know we can cook all day on this, man. Let's take a deep breath. We're gonna slowly transition to quote of the day. Let's get that knocked out. Quote of the day brought to you by BetUS, man. Go use BetUS. Use our promo code Coach JB. Bet up to $2,000 to get 150% bonus plus protection plus insurance. JB, what's your quote of the day as you collect your thoughts and get your breathing right?
Oh, what a joke this is. Head on over to BetUS today. College football playoff starts tonight. We got the NFL this weekend. We got college football round 2 of the Final Four tomorrow. And you can hit it all on BetUS today. Tell them I sent you. BetUS, promo code Coach JB. Get you 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 today. Smitty, I'm a realist. And realists don't fool themselves. That is why I led the show off with what I led with, because I don't know if it seems like it could be too long, and I hate it. I'm fighting myself right now, inside out, about like I want to actually do something. Like today, I wish I was the mayor today or the governor, so I can go down and be in the mix of it and fucking talk to everybody about what's happening. You know what I mean? Like they need a leader's voice. They need a fucking leader's voice to tell them, not a fake.
You could be a community leader without being a mayor, though. Like you don't have to be a mayor to be a leader per se in a community. You have enough pool, or if you wanted to do something, or if you want to put together some sort of resources to try to help the people who lost their home. And I'm saying there's stuff we could do. We got a game plan.
Yeah,
I'm all about helping others.
If I'm gonna be that, then I just move. I'm just saying I'll get out because I end up choking the motherfucker out being that. You know what I mean? Just doing that. Like I would choke a motherfucker out if I was the governor too, but
and you probably don't want to choke nobody out, probably. So yeah, it's probably not do that there.
I will be back. That motherfucker got governor. Fuck. Why can't I? Contrary to belief. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over there, man. Use the promo code Coach JB. Smitty, I give respect. I give everyone respect before I disrespect. Remember that.
So you're not saying that you won't disrespect. You're just saying that you're going to lead with respect. And then based upon the actions that follows that, there may proceed some disrespect after that. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying right now. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't. Yeah, I learned when I was real young, man.
Keith Smith said he don't even know what that means, what you just said. That's what Keith Smith said, my cousin. He don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I always respect you, especially new person. I met you. I don't know you. Always respect you. That's just how I was raised. But don't get it twisted. I will disrespect you when you go there. That is what it is. It's real simple. I'm not going to hold my tongue. Unfortunately, a lot of us were raised when we were young to hold our tongue. Don't say nothing if it ain't positive, blah, blah, blah. Nah. Some of these bitch-made cats need to fucking hear it. Poll question, Smitty. Let's dive right into the show, man. I could talk about this LA fire all day long. It's unfortunate, and it makes me – I'm just, like, burning inside. Ironically, the term burning inside. Who's the best NFL draft pick prospect in tonight's game, Smitty? Who's the best NFL prospect in the Penn State Notre Dame game? One of these QBs? Drew Aller. I've been heard he's the number one quarterback on the board. If he were to come out, especially next year. Riley Leonard, serviceable guy. He reminds me more of the kid that I talked about that we still don't know. We haven't seen him play yet from Notre Dame last year.
Remember the kid with the long black hair? All the girls like?
Yeah.
Was it Sam something? Ain't it?
Sam Hartman?
Sam Hartman, yeah. Sam Hartman.
Riley Leonard reminds me of him. Riley Leonard reminds me of him for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, but I think Riley Leonard may have a little more nuts and guts.
Okay.
And he's a better athlete than him.
If it's between the QBs, I'm gonna go with Aller. But I think, and you talk about this guy even more than me.
Number one pick. I'm just asking you overall the best guy.
It's probably gonna be Jay Love, the running back. Honestly, I mean, we keeping it a bean. A guy ran for over 1,000 yards, multiple touchdowns, but forget the stats. It's really just like playing style, size, ability. I feel like Jeremiah Love's game can transition well into the next level, especially with the right team. You know what I'm saying? I think realistically, I wouldn't be shocked if he goes in and has impact as a rookie somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Running backs don't get drafted that high anyway, so he probably end up getting drafted like second round or something like that. Maybe in round 3, end up being on a pretty good team, good old line, and he can go right in and be effective. I mean, we saw even like young guys this year, like Blake Corum be pretty effective as like a number 2 option, and we see young guys come in at running back and just hit the ground running. Like that's a normal thing. So for me, I think Jeremiah Love will probably be my guy that comes to the top of my head. But if I go with quarterback specifically, I would lean more on Aller, Drew Aller. I can't. How you say Aller? Aller. Am I saying it right? Aller.
Yeah. The clear-cut best prospect in this draft is the tight end. He's Brock Bowers. Oh. My bad. He's Brock Bowers, Smitty. It's not even close. Tyler Warren is Brock Bowers-ish. He's by far the best prospect. I would argue the second best prospect is the DN who's been injured, Abdul Carter. I would say he's the second best prospect in this draft, and then maybe Love, and then the 2 QBs. And then there's also a wideout out there and a linebacker. But the Tyler Warren kid, literally, the kid that had 20 goddamn catches versus USC out here at the Coliseum.
He can do it all though. Like he's like he's fucking tight end, fullback.
He's Brock Bowers mixed with Taysom Hill.
There you go.
That's who he is. So I'm taking him first. Abdul Carter.
Taysom Bowers.
Huh? Call him Taysom Bowers? Yeah. The Abdul Carter kid, who's been kind of riddled with injury, he's probably the best pure pass rusher in the NFL or in the college football. There's no doubt about that. He could probably stand up. He's Micah Parsons-ish.
What's about wearing the number 11 at Penn State, boy? It just is different.
Yeah.
Obviously, LeVar Arrington way back in the days. Micah, now this kid, if you wear 11, you got to be a baller at Penn State.
Yeah, he's he can go. He's got wiggle. Yeah, he's nasty.
I'm watching this highlight. Hold on.
Yeah, it would be one of those two guys, in my opinion. Those would be number 1 or 2 draft picks off the board in this game. In this game, I think they're two. I think they're 2 top 10 picks. Period.
Yeah, he's a dog
overall, but for sure, Tyler Warren, in my opinion, would be number 1 because of the dynamic use that we do now in the NFL with tight ends. Tight ends are used in multifaceted sets now on offense in scenarios like that. So I would say him, and then I would go Abdul Carter over a running back. Running back.
I might have to retract my step. I might take a step back. You know, I'm biased when it comes to pass rushes. I don't know how I forgot about Abdul Carter's a dog. I'm watching this highlight. I'm having flashbacks. Some of the moves. My man did the in and out. He did the double swipe move, the orange stab with the cross. Like Bailey couldn't block that. Like at Bailey's peak as an offensive lineman, he can't block what Abdul Carter was just doing. You know what I'm saying? That is nothing like great defensive line play. So I might switch my answer to Abdul Carter, man, because a pass rusher it can make instant impact.
Too late.
I do what I want to on this show.
But you lost the argument already.
My name is already on the show. It wasn't no argument. We just having a discussion, homie.
Yeah. You lost the poll question.
We teammates, homie. When you gonna learn that?
I know. I won that one. I was one. You gave me the baton on that one because running backs. We already know running backs are short-lived. They're never going to take a running back over a pass rusher or a tight end in this day and age.
We're not arguing who's going to get drafted first. We're arguing like who's going to translate immediate, whoever. Again, I really do think Jeremiah Love's going to have a good NFL career. I'm not confident about those quarterbacks. I'm not confident about your tight end. I know he's a what you call it, like he's like a do-it-all guy. He's like he can do it. You call him Brock Bowers. I don't want to go that far. Brock Bowers was a monster in college. I don't want to go that far, but I do like Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter, I would be shocked if he didn't translate and make an immediate impact. You know what I'm saying? If you're a great athlete, DN, a lot of times that's just a smooth transition for you to ball out instantly. So I like that one.
No doubt. Crazy, man. I'm just seeing shit that's just irking me more. Please stop sending me shit, people.
Let me transition to the game real quick, though, man. Listen, we got obviously tonight Notre Dame.
Hey, Smitty, we're giving $21 million from the government. Newsom just asked the government for $21.8 million in money from the federal government to help shelter the illegal migrants that are in LA because of the fires. That just broke news. I'm just throwing it out there, dog. That's who we vote for, homie. Anyway, what was that? What were you saying?
I was saying that Notre Dame Penn State play tonight. Big time bowl game right here, man. Orange Bowl showdown. These two teams, man. Two legendary schools, universities. I know you don't believe Penn State deserves to be here, and they had the easiest route. Notre Dame, on the other hand, just beat Georgia. Some game that I actually predicted right. And here we are. The winner of this will be in the Natty. So I just want to kind of, ask you for predictions. And shout out to Christopher Longo. Prayers to Cali. Shout out to Really Shaun Planet ERF for the $99.99. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for the support. But yeah, let's dive into predictions, man. I know we kind of, earlier this week we've talked about loosely kind of what side we're leaning to, but I don't know if you actually have made your actual pick yet as far as where you're going. I'm going with Notre Dame. I got Notre Dame winning this one. I think they're super hot. I like what the defense is looking like right now. They got the run game, and I just think they just have a ton of momentum right now, and they're battle tested. They just beat their path was harder than Penn State's path. They just beat the SEC opponent, they just beat Georgia, a top dog, a multiple-time national champion, twice in the last 4 or so years, and they just knocked them out. So I just think they're more battle-tested than Penn State. I think they got more dogs in the fight, and I think they have all the momentum in the world. And I just see Notre Dame winning this game. But what about you? What you got, JB?
Yeah, Notre Dame's going to win, in my opinion. I don't think Penn State's very good. They got a couple great players. I just don't think they're very good. And listen, I like James Franklin, good friend of mine, man, but he just can't get over the hump and beat a top 5 team ever. Ever. So I gotta go with the history on this. I'm gonna go with Notre Dame, but I think it'll be a close game because Penn State can run the football, and they do have some shop wreckers. And people don't realize sometimes when my Jimmy's better than your Joe, that Jimmy can make a huge impact in a game that changes the game for the other 10 players on his side of the football. And that is Abdul Carter. That is Tyler Warren. That is a Jay Love in Notre Dame if he breaks a 75-yarder. This is just what one person can do. Personally, I think Notre Dame has more persons that can do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. Penn State has more persons that can do that one play. They obviously, I'm being facetious. They have more people. If we lined up their 11 versus their 11, I think Penn State has more people that can actually take it the distance than Notre Dame does. But Jay Love is one guy that can do it. Notre Dame has a wideout that's okay, but they've been banged up as well. I think Penn State will keep it close, but I think Notre Dame's defense is the best in the tournament remaining, and probably one of the best in the country regardless. They've been since that unfortunate loss to the MAC Action team. So I got Notre Dame in a close one, Smitty, but I wouldn't be shocked if Penn State pulled it out. But I'm just telling you, I said it on one of the lead-ins last week. College football committee, you do not want Penn State to win this game and get absolutely mollywopped by Ohio State in a rematch in their finals, because this is just going to kill your whole fucking thought process in this 12-team thing. I do not want to see Penn State, Ohio State in a final. And that's who you think is going to go. So, I mean, on Ohio State side, you think they're going to beat Texas. So it would be Penn State playing Ohio State again, and I do not want to see that mollywopping.
That's what Belly wants. Belly thinks Penn State is actually better than Notre Dame. I know he talked about that offline the other day. That's what he wants. But yeah, I mean, I hear you. I think Notre Dame's going to win the game, though, so I'm not really concerned about it. I think it's going to be Notre Dame, Ohio State, and then I'll make my national title prediction once we get there. So listen, to me, and I was talking to the homies offline, I think this is a great 4-team playoff situation that we got right here. I'm a little higher on Penn State than what you and others are. I do think tonight's going to be a hell of a game. I do think Notre Dame's going to win, but it's not going to be some blowout where Penn State are just some scrubs who shouldn't even be in the mix. And no, this is a blue blood right here, y'all. This is still a top team, and as we're talking, they have a ton of NFL talent on that team. This will be a dog fight. I just got Notre Dame pulling it out late. And then obviously we'll get to the other side once we get there. But I just think these 4 teams remaining: Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame. Like from a fan perspective, I'm not mad at all about this. I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I know some of you guys think, some of these teams won't even be in the mix if it was the old school way. Well, that's why it's not the old school way. That's why it is the new way, because it gives some of these other teams a chance to kind of like make up for a last-second loss or a bad loss they had early in the year, or losing against Michigan if you're Ohio State. So like, it gives you a chance to go out there and like prove yourself that, hey man, yeah, I fucked up, and you might think I shouldn't be in here, but I'm going to show you why we're still a top dog and a deserving team. We're going to go out here, we're going to beat Oregon. We're going to go out here from Notre Dame, and yeah, we lost against Northern Illinois. We're going to show you that we can go beat Georgia in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's why I've always been a fan of the 12 team, even though they need to clean up some stuff for sure. The point of it is I like competition. At the end of the day, I want you to go out there And if you the best team in the country, Oregon, yeah, maybe you shouldn't play Ohio State first. But if you're the top dog, then be the top dog. Then go beat them. Then at the end of the day, we can argue to a blue in the face about when they should play them or when how the sub should be. But if you the best, you the best. Go beat them. You know what I'm saying? So like to me, these teams have earned it, and I'm excited to get this thing kicked off today.
Yeah, I'm not excited.
Okay. You ain't cooking no meals for the night. You ain't eating no food or you ain't doing nothing. It's just like a regular day to you, huh? I
might go down to LA and just fucking see what's happening. I don't know, but I'm not gonna watch this game. This is shitty. Hold on, my bad.
JB down and out, man. I feel bad. I can tell JB's pissed right now, and I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like people in the chat saying, man, if that's really on your heart, JB, to do something, go ahead and do it. It might be God speaking through you, team, that you need to go do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fight it. So again, I'm not saying go run for mayor, but I'm saying whatever it is, maybe if you want to go out there and help in some way, go do it. Like, ain't nobody stop you. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, nah. I'm just gonna go see if some homies that are down there, see if what they're doing. Three fires all started at the same time is what I'm hearing last reports on. I don't.
Pyromaniacs.
No, but I want to be clear. I think if I'm not correct, 3 fires starting at the same time in 3 different areas is a mathematical impossibility. So I'm just throwing that out there. Mathematical impossibility.
You saying they literally started at the exact 7:46, boom, like the exact same time.
That's what they're saying the reports are right now. That's a mathematical impossibility, especially in January. And I'm all for the ambers and the embers flying 2 miles in the wind. It didn't fly from Palisades to Hollywood Hills.
It didn't. Yeah, that didn't happen for sure.
So stop.
I wish I could have got he probably not allowed. I wish I could get my homie on here because he had video. We were on FaceTime and he was showing me actual live video of before, because he's basically running. They're having to go to houses and I forgot the proper term, but family members will call and say, "Hey, I haven't heard from my uncle. He's not answering the phone. Can you go check?" Like wellness checks, whatever, basically. To where he was pulling up, knocking on doors, and they're like, "Hey, the fire's right there. You need to evacuate." And then some people was like, "Nah, I'm staying." Like some of the older folks, I'm sticking my ground. I got a water hose with 100 and some pressure. I'm not leaving. Yeah. And some people was emotional, crying, like, "Damn, I gotta go. Let me get my dog." Like it was really sad seeing him. But he was showed up before, and then 2 minutes later, I'm seeing my homie run out because the embers. I know we're laughing, not joking, but we're kind of loosely talking about. But the embers from the fire that was over there is now literally you're seeing the embers flying all in his face, and they're running through because it's so I do think there's some truth to that, but to your point, the Hollywood fire, what the hell is that then? Because there's no way that connection happened. It's just way too. For those who are not from out here, it's hella far. That doesn't make sense for that connection to happen. So I don't know. I don't have answers to all this stuff. I just know that what's going on is sad, man. But listen, I know we got a commercial break coming up. To kind of end the first hour on a looser note. I know we got some white people shit or black people shit here. To kind of end on a little bit of laughter here. So let's go to here, Bailey. See what we got, and we're gonna go to our first commercial break.
Look at this. Do it again, bro. Fuck whites, black power. Look at that. My man. That's my boy though. That's my boy though. Where you from, bro? From here. You from here? Yeah. What's your name?
It says melanin is pure beauty.
Yeah.
Hold on, Bailey, rewind it and pause.
Look.
Ain't he white though? Or am I tripping?
Wait, what's up?
This is a white dude. Hold on, sorry, right there. It's a white dude with a tattoo that says "Fuck whites, black power." A white dude though.
Okay, and then what else did he say?
You let it keep going. The car says, "Stop right there, stop right there." The black woman is my God. On the car. For the audio listeners, it's a white man, long hair, with a tattoo said "Fuck whites, black power." That same white man has a car with pictures of black women on it. It says "The black woman is my God."
Wait. There's pictures of black bitches on the front hood, homie.
Everywhere, all throughout the car, homie. Right there, by the gas tank, by the.
Wait. Those are out of a magazine glued onto his car, homie. Okay, let me hear the rest.
This before.
I need to hear the rest.
Melanin is pure beauty. It's
Melanin is
boy
what?
ain't playing with my boy.
It said melanin is what? Melanin is pure beauty. In the Buick, though. It's almost black people shit in a weird way.
It is black people shit. That's what I'm saying.
But he white, though.
It's black people shit.
How do we handle that?
It's an okie doke, homie. You better stay away from him. You better.
Oh, you think he's trying to like fool us?
No, probably not. I think he will want to be straight out. He'll want to be. He's like wanting to be cool, but he gonna get smoked by some old real backwoods cats. Because this looks like it's down. Where is this? South somewhere, right? East.
Oh, yeah.
He gonna get smoked, and then you're gonna be behind him, and then it's gonna turn into a race thing. But then they're gonna find out it's Dave Chappelle on the flip side, homie. Of when he goes over, he's a KKK.
My face.
White power.
He said, "Y'all want to see my face?" He took that fucking mask off, and dude head exploded. JB, the motherfucking head.
Yeah. He blind and shit. And like white power.
That motherfucker divorced his wife. He said because she liked black people. I don't say what he really said, but she liked black people. She a black person lover is what he said. That's hilarious.
Hey, you ever seen the documentary on the old white dude that said the words on there? Yeah, dog. Because people don't want to talk about that shit. Chappelle, like I've heard other cats in movie roles that didn't want to say it, and that it's an actor in a movie because of they didn't want to say the word, right?
Yeah.
Like old white man when he said, the first one he says, he's like, "There, I said it." To start the whole show.
Yeah.
That shit was today. Oh, I don't know how you do it, but Chappelle did a whole there's a show out you can go out there and see, but Chappelle was like what he had to do to get him to say it, like how he had to tell him man, this is acting. I'm gonna pay you. I need you to do it. This is coverage. You're good. We're gonna let you. And he was like, "Nah, I'm not good. You don't know in 20 years where you percussion and blah 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 blah." And there was a lot of back and forth, for to get to that. They went through 6 different dudes that wouldn't do it.
What?
Yeah. So
damn,
it's crazy.
I get it. It's tough. You don't want to be on TV. Saying it because once you're even when you're acting, sometimes you act too good and people judge you as a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why he saying he looks too comfortable saying it? Stuff like that. So
you guys, I know you've seen the Jamie Foxx, Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. With DiCaprio,
Django.
Whatever.
Django.
Yep. Yeah. I know. I saw that before. That moment. Clip,
yeah.
So. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. But that was a good clip, man. I didn't see that one. So. But listen, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, man. JB got to get some coffee. I'm going to go ahead and move my car. I'm going to take a shower and get something to eat. We're going to come back, though, in 3 minutes, and then we're going to be ready for hour number 2, y'all. So don't go nowhere.
Hey, real quick, Bailey, if you could throw this in there. I just want to give you I just want to give you people out there.
You people.
Who's you people? I want to give you people out there a little.
You said again.
A little insight, a little context on what is going on here in LA and what we are losing. Just throw it out there. And I'm gonna be the first one to let you know, I don't give a fuck about rich people losing their property. I really don't. But that house right there is listed on Zillow today for $35 million. It's a $35 million home in Pacific Palisades. And from what I understand, because I pulled this up yesterday and I was looking at, by the way, Bezos bought a $100 million house up there. JJ Redick lives up there. He got booted out of there. James Woods, expensive rich people.
Homie at work who had to evacuate, who couldn't come to work yesterday. So I already know.
By the way, down the road from here, now I'm just looking at it. Pete Carroll had built a new house not too far from here. Pete Carroll built a new house down the street. There's tons of that, but that's a $35 million listing on Zillow, and it's gone. And that's just what it is. That's what we've done.
Paris Hilton lost her crib.
Paris Hilton, yeah. Like I said, listen, I don't want anyone to lose their property. I don't care if I like them or not. Like I said, I hate to use the word hate. That's literally the only time I use the word hate is when I say I hate to say hate. I don't care, man. I grew up in Compton. I grew up poor. We hated rich people growing up. Like, we looked at them like, fuck you. As you get older, you're looking at property in general, and now this is the land of LA that we've lost. But that just gives everyone out there a little insight on what we're losing out here, regardless of who lives in there. $35 million properties. And by the way, the $35 million home is like one of the cheaper ones up there. Like, it is the cheapest one up there. So, unfortunate, man. Let me get coffee. Smitty will be back. I want to play. Have a new little game with you. We're gonna ad-lib it. Just go fast too, because I think you can handle it. You can handle it.
All right. Well, I guess that's a hell of a cliffhanger. We're gonna find out what it is. I'm a little scared.
Don't call me UP.
What up, man? This is a proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty, and it is First Round Performance.
Yeah.
Make sure you head on over to firstroundperformance.com. We got the merch, the gear. They are top-notch company.
High quality, JB. All about the quality here. Workout gear, exclusive gear. What's that right there, JB?
By the way, nobody else in the country or the world has this short right here. You can put this short on. It helps your back. It helps your hamstrings, helps your quads as you work out.
What?
You can wear these right underneath your workout shorts or what have you. It's kind of like a girdle, but very, very comfortable. Shorts Against Syndrome. It's SAFS. Go head on over there and check it out. First Round Performance.
JB, they got workout bands. They got ankle weights.
What's this?
What's in that box?
Kind of good.
It's our first time seeing this.
What's this?
I'm nervous. What's that?
A 40-yard dash electric timer. You can go get your workout on with the light and the strobe, the whole deal. Firstroundperformance.com.
Oh, you just turned it on, JB.
Bam.
You want that smoke?
Go check it out.
I know you ain't trying to race me, JB.
I might race Smitty and smoke him.
You ain't trying to race me. You scared of that life.
Yeah, this is real deal. You guys got to go check it out. Firstroundperformance.com. Head on over there. Proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show.
This is nice, JB.
With Big Smitty. And
all this is mine, right?
Hell yeah. Listen, their premium gear, including the revolutionary SAFS shorts I just showed you, are expertly designed by a leading orthopedic surgeon to align your hips and relieve your pain. It is trusted by athletes and active individuals alike, whether you are pushing your limits with their high-quality resistance bands, as Smitty just showed you, or boosting recovery with the powerful dual-spectrum red light therapy devices that I just showed you. First Round Performance delivers the tools needed to stay at the top of your game. Whether aiming for peak performance or simply wanting to live pain-free, they've got you covered. Visit firstroundperformance.com or shop on Amazon today. They just launched their AmazonStore.com, their Amazon store. This is out there, First Round Performance on Amazon. And so go help them out and grab some performance gear today. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions.
Yes, sir.
Go First Round.
Go First Round, baby.
The promo code will be Coach JB. So check that out and head on over there today.
Get right, baby. First Round, the highest quality.
First Round Performance, go get you some merch.
Ooh, I like this shirt. I like this shirt, JB.
Peace.
All right, we're back in the building. I'm gonna ask Smitty something when he gets back, but Bailey, let me look at this. Let me look at this rundown. I want to know, Bailey, is it real that Tom Brady reached out to Belichick? And is it real that he could possibly pull that off? We're going to get to that later on in the show. I want to know if that's a real thing. That's a real thing. I'm curious.
It is a real thing. I told you that yesterday. That was a quick-ass commercial break. I went to the living room on the couch. I laid down and kind of reset my thoughts. And then soon
lay
as
down.
The music came back. I'm like, damn.
Lay down?
Yeah, it's kind of recenter, bro. It's like this podcast, like, I put my all into this. So, like, when I come in here, it's bright lights everywhere. It's high energy. It's like, so doing my commercial break, sometimes I just go to the other room. It's dark in the living room still. I go in there and I lay down, just lean back. Go in there and lean back, get my thoughts reset, get ready for the second hour, bro. Like, I take this shit seriously. It's a sport.
I wish I could lay down in my commercial breaks.
This is my life right here.
That's exactly why I'm doing shit. I'm out here doing shit like while the commercial breaks.
Yeah, you wouldn't got some coffee, homie. I've done the show at your crib before with you. I know your process.
I fed the dog, pick up the dog shit outside. I watered the backyard. I'm saying.
You did all that during the break.
Yeah.
You watered the grass. You fed your dogs. You cleaned the kitchen and poured coffee all in that 2-minute break.
Yeah.
You a bad boy.
All right, Smitty, real quick. I'm going to do something off the cusp. These are the playoff football teams that are in the football NFL playoffs. There's 14 of them. And I'm going to rapid fire the team to you.
Yep.
And this segment's called, But What Do We Know? I'm going to rapid fire a team at you, and you got 1 to 2 sentences to give me something about that team, and it pertains to the playoffs. So give me an example. Smitty, the Eagles. And you tell me what you think about them Eagles as they go forward. You can name a player. You can name a stat. You can tell me what your expectation is. Whatever. Yeah. So why don't you ask me the Eagles first, and I'll start this. I'll start it off so you can see how we're gonna go. What I'm thinking.
Okay, Jason Brown, the Philadelphia Eagles. Go.
Go as far as Jalen Hurts takes them. Smitty, the Detroit Lions. But what do we know? The Detroit Lions go.
The Detroit Lions will be in the Super Bowl this year.
If
Jared Goff continues to be Jared Goff.
See, now you get what I'm doing. See, now I'm a producer, homie, on the side. That's how I get down. That's what I was doing in the back.
Jason Brown, the Washington Commanders will
beat the Bucs in the first round and go as far as Jaden Daniels' feet will take them. Darnell Smith, the Houston Texans
will lose in the wild card game against the LA Chargers. They're cooked.
See, if I was you, I'd have just said cooked. Then that seed I'd have been better.
We getting better. I got a good one for you.
But what do we know?
The Rams will
be in the Super Bowl
if
Nakua and Cooper Kupp stay healthy.
And
Kyron Williams scores a touchdown in every game.
But
Jared Verse doesn't get any sacks.
Then
Sean McVay will become clearly better than Kyle Shanahan.
Here you go.
God damn, this motherfucker asked me 7 things about it, homie. But what do we know? This segment is brought to you by Prize Picks. But what do we know, Smitty? The Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills will lose in the AFC Championship game to Lamar.
Don't say two. He fucked the whole show up. He ruined the whole thing because we haven't even said the Ravens yet. Ah! That's real TV, y'all. That's how you do real shit. Personally, right up. You do it right up in the front of the thing, and then you never tell your co-host that you're going to do some segment like this. And then, you know, he fucks it up, and you tell him, and now we'll get better going forward next time. Big Smitty. But what do we know? The Minnesota Vikings will
get upset by the LA Rams in the first round. Jason Brown. The Baltimore Ravens will
go beat Buffalo Bills in the fucking playoffs. Homie, you already said it.
That's what I said, dead homies. You didn't say it. What's your answer, homie?
We'll lose again when it matters.
Wow. 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 Ask me one more, and I'm going to ask you one more. Because I'm saving one for you. So don't ask me. The one I'm thinking right now, think what I'm thinking.
Don't ask you.
Do not ask me what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Darnell Smith. The Steelers are
done. Unfortunately, they're done.
I agree.
Jason Brown. The Kansas City Chiefs will
lose their first playoff game to the LA Chargers at home. I've been calling it for months. It's happening.
Chiefs Kingdom ain't gonna like that, Jason.
The Queendom?
The Queendom ain't gonna like that, Jason. That's a hot take. That's a spicy hot take.
I think Harbaugh gets them.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right, because if you're right, that means that my team will not have to face the Chiefs in the biggest game, and I think matchups matter. And that means they'll face somebody else.
We'll get better at this segment. And we'll get to this. Might as well. We've already said most of the teams. Let's finish the rest out, and then we'll do this every week with different subjects. But let me ask you. But what do we know? The Tampa Bay Bucks can advance in the playoffs
if their defense plays lights out.
I don't know.
Ask you the same question. The Tampa Bay Bucks can advance in the playoffs if
Baker Mayfield plays like he did in the regular season. I don't think he will. I think they lose round one.
First game gonna be tricky. I was talking to Sheldon the other day. I said this is gonna be a hell of a game. Commanders and Bucks, like that's going. I don't know. I can see going either way.
Hey Smitty, the Broncos can beat the Bills in the first round if
the sky turns green tonight.
Man,
it ain't happening.
Broncos are a scary team. I wouldn't want to play Broncos first round.
I would. That's the one. Them and the Texans, I want to play both them first round. That's like Penn State, SMU. It's like
that's not at all. Oh, here we go. Steve's in. We got Steve back. All right, so hey, last one. We'll dive into it, and we'll get to Steve Kim, the Korean Cosell himself, and the co-host of Fearless's Jason Whitlock. Fearless. We'll dive into it. The last one, Smitty. The Packers can beat the Eagles if
Jordan Love locks back in. He has not been looking like himself lately, but if he locks back in, they can win that game.
I agree. And let's dive into it, man. We got the Korean Cosell himself, the knower of all things, the crouching tiger, hidden dragon, and hidden gems, the co-host of Fearless and the 3 Knockdown Rule with Mario Lopez. Our main man, Steve Kim, joins us on this Thursday. What's up, man?
Morning.
Hey,
Morning, guys.
I'm a fucking pissed off at the world right now because of these fires, and I just don't see. It's a horrible, sad day in LA for all our Angelino family. It's just unfortunate, Steve. I know you're right there with the smoke, probably where you and Smitty are. I feel shitty because I'm an hour east. It's just an unfortunate situation. Everybody out there, you do realize you guys really wanted Newsom to run for president. Just throwing that out there. But anyway, Steve, what's up, Steve? How you doing, man? What's going on in the world with you?
Nah, just living my life. Unfortunate circumstances, but I think a lot of people are now learning elections have consequences. Leadership, you deserve the leadership you vote for. And I hope people have learned a valuable lesson here. I'll just leave it at that.
Yep, I kind of said the same. It's an unfortunate situation, man, we're in, but goddamn. Hey, Steve, real quick, we were playing this new game. We're gonna clean up here, but can the Packers beat the Eagles at all?
They could beat them. I mean, the Christian Watson injury doesn't help them, but he's perennially injured. They can't. Look, the Packers have a very good young nucleus, but Jordan Love, as Smitty just said, has to kind of be consistent. He's missed a lot of throws the last month. I'm a fan of Jordan Love, but Shaun King pointed this out about a month ago, and it's hard not to kind of agree with him. He's leaving a lot of yards on the table. So, if they could get Josh Jacobs going and put Jordan Love in favorable down and distance, but boy, those Eagles are tough offensively when they got all the parts running and A.J. Brown's back outside. But I like the Eagles here. The Eagles and the Lions look destined for a collision course in the NFC.
And Smitty, I'm going to be honest. If the Eagles don't run Saquon Barkley 30 times or more, then they have failed. Because
I think they will, though. That's my thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I believe you have to. You didn't play him last week. He could have went after the record. He needs to come out with a chip on his shoulder like, I set out for a reason, to win a Super Bowl. Then you better play like it. Like, that's just clearly what I'm saying. You better play like it. And Jalen Hurts coming off this concussion protocol, if he's cleared or not, I haven't heard definitively. I don't know if he's cleared yet, but I know the protocol, you got to go through quite a bit. And Dr. Jesse Morse broke that down. We know that it's not, I don't believe he's in the clear just yet, but I'm curious to see Steve, how much did he get to practice this week with the ones? How much, what game plan is he involved? Like, how involved is he when you're coming off of 5 days in a row? You got to clear protocol each day, specifically each day in a different manner. Today's Thursday. He's probably in shorts today. Maybe tomorrow he's full go, if that's how it is. Saturday's travel day. I don't know, man. I'm not convinced that Jalen Hurts is fully healthy and the Eagles are just going to go through and mud stomp the Packers, who they should have lost to in Brazil week 1.
Yeah, look, there's no coach under more pressure than Sirianni. He's the only guy that if he wins a Super Bowl, the Philadelphia fans will tolerate him. And if they don't, they want him fired. So even though this guy wins about, 70-some-odd% of his games, I think that's why it was so important for Detroit to win on Sunday. Because you either went from home field advantage with the 5th seed playing on the road. I mean, that was a playoff game. And that's the importance of how every game really does matter incrementally throughout the season. That loss you may have had in week 2, 3, 9, 10, it all adds up. There is a ramification to what you do, and Detroit is banged up. Now they have a chance to get healthy, while a team like Philadelphia, they could have used another week. So this is big. This is big. And look, Jalen Hurts, I think it's at his best when he's handing off a lot, and he gets to play off of Barkley. And so that's probably going to have to be the game plan. Packers are dangerous. They're the youngest team in the NFL coming into this season, I believe, on average age. They have a lot of young talent. But again, Jordan Love has to have that game. He hasn't really had what I'd call a sharp performance in about a month or so.
It's been a while. I don't know what's going on. I know there's been rumblings of people asking, like, is he like hiding an injury maybe? Is there something going on physically? I don't know what it is, but he's going to need to be the old Jordan Love in order for them to have a serious chance.
Before you go on to rundown, I know we got James Franklin topic for Steve. I got to ask Steve. Steve, how high are you on? Because I know you follow the coordinators at the college level. I know you follow the coordinators at the NFL level, and then they become head coaches or at least get in the conversation to go get a job interview for a head job. I'm down. I don't like it. I think you need to be a leader of men first. A lot of these people hiring want the guy to go in and appease the high-dollar quarterback, and then you hire a flashy OC who's never been a head coach. There's rumblings out there that Steve Sarkisian's being interviewed or being asked to interview at certain places in the NFL, one possibly being Chicago. I know Campbell for Iowa State's being interviewed in Chicago. How high are you on these teams? And is this a true indication that college football is dying? Because if a Matt Campbell, Steve Sarkisian, or others actually leave right now, the first year after the 12-team playoff has been put in existence, it kind of shows, to my point, this is a mockery. These guys want out, not in.
Yeah,
they don't want to.
I always thought Matt Campbell would elevate to like an SEC or one of the other P4 jobs, like a blue blood. He did an excellent job at Iowa State. They won 11 games. Sarkisian's interesting. I look at him as a career college coach. I know he had a time at the Raiders. He did that. He's one of the top. He's at one of the top 5 programs in terms of funding and money and NIL and booster support. You can win at Texas in this modern day football. But to your point, maybe these guys are just saying, you know what, I'd rather just go to real pro football instead of this pseudo pro football where I have 85 free agents a year. I personally think it's an untenable situation. But if I'm Sarkisian, I leave Texas early without winning a national title, it'll feel incomplete. It will to me. And, you know, there used to be a time to get a college job and to elevate to the National Football League. You had to be a Jimmy Johnson or a Pete Carroll type or a Nick Saban. You had to have a national title on your resume for the most part, right? This just seems kind of rushed. I'm not convinced these are the best NFL guys. If I am an owner or a GM, I'm looking for the next Dan Campbell. I want to go get him type of son of a gun. I don't want any guys like Mike McDaniels. That I knew that was not going to last. I thought that was empty calories. Give me a guy like a Dan Campbell. Who's the next Dan Campbell out there?
You surprised that McDaniel still still holds that job in Miami today when they fired, a few guys already this week?
Not really, given the fact he made the playoffs last year. They were good enough for him to at least keep his job, but I don't know what he does, where he's the friendly, quirky guy that draws up these fancy plays, and then it gets cold and your team folds like a poker table. And then, Tyreek Hill seems to want out, which is not a surprise. I don't know how sustainable that is. I really don't. And the Dolphins are in that mediocre zone where you're not terrible, so you're not going to completely rebuild, and you're pretty far from being elite. So, I mean, am I surprised? I don't know if I'm really surprised. I don't really care either way. I just think McDaniel's one of those guys. He's fun to play for a year or two, and you figure out as a player, where are we going with this?
You'll never reach the highest heights. Like, yeah, maybe you'll probably never be that bad, but you'll just be forever be average. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what's your standard?
Smitty, I know, like the chat and everybody's talking about, Sark has Texas in his palm and the money's coming in crazy, and Dan Lanning has all that Nike money. They have enough money, if they're smart, to last a lifetime. I don't think they need any more money. So I think these guys are starting to look at it and it's like, man, you know what? I'm over recruiting these shitbirds. I'm over begging and trying to please these shitbirds who are never going to be pleased, who are going to enter the portal on me anyway. And all this stuff about these money-making schools that have all this money and A&M oil money in Texas, and the kids are still leaving these schools, Steve.
They are.
So it's got to show you that this doesn't mean shit. These kids are so enabled, beyond entitled, and they're going to seek refuge at the next place because it just is what it is. It's like, Steve, I'm just telling you, it's like new vagina, man.
Look, it is time to go to multi-year contracts. That's it. It's on your letter of intent. Everyone has to be there at least 2 years. And if you sign an NIL deal, I would make it that you have to be at that school for X amount of years. And then I would say if you transfer to another school, you have to give back a portion of your money. I don't understand what's the big deal with all that. I think there's some simple fixes here, but everyone wants to do player empowerment, and people make it sound like these kids are being exploited. Well, they're not anymore. They're getting paid. It's just the argument used to be, well, we're doing it, quote unquote, for free. You're not anymore. You're actually getting compensated. And if you're getting compensated for a trade, that makes it theoretically a bit of a profession or a job. So they got to start putting in guardrails. And I don't know if there's a fix other than just admitting this is no longer amateur sports. Not that it ever was.
I believe either that, which you've been preaching that for like a year now, Steve, which I agree with, either the contracts and or change the transfer portal rule back to where it used to be, where you can only transfer one time and you got to set out. Because now kids, they no matter what, they got to stay or they got to really think if they want to transfer. They got one time to do so.
You know what I'd like to see?
Go ahead.
I'd like to see collusion. I'd like to see every program say, here's what we're going to do for 1 year. No one do anything in the portal. When these kids transfer, everyone I know it's kind of illegal. I would do collusion to see how these kids would react.
Yeah.
So you'd have like 10,000 kids and everyone's like, yeah, we're good.
There needs to be some sort of shock value. You know what I'm saying? To like make these kids like, oh, shoot. Because right now, it's too easy.
I don't even care. I mean, Darnell, I don't even care about what Miami does. I'm in these different chat groups and people are speculating on players. I am utterly bored by it. And then, Miami's trying to get this guy out of Wisconsin, Xavier Lucas, and nobody's asking the honest question about Miami. Why weren't they recruiting a kid from South Florida to begin with? I knew people on message boards that cover high school football that were saying, why isn't Miami on him now? And now you're at a point, you got to poach a kid that you should have recruited harder to begin with. See, that's the thing I don't like about the teams that are portal heavy. That means your own evaluations are bad.
Or lazy. Yep.
Exactly. So I personally don't care anymore. It is what it is. I'm going to watch the games because that's what I do. And quite frankly, it's content and it's entertainment. But following every single portal move, again, it's gotten so bad that even after the spring game, guys can transfer. So until you know what your rosters are in like mid or early June, I'm just going to say, okay, let me know what my team is then. I'm going to save myself the mental energy for about 7 months.
Yeah, no, I get that, Steve. I get that. Well, staying in the topic of college football, so James Franklin had a video, I believe we got, where he was sharing his thoughts about the consistency across the college football landscape during a presser with Marcus Freeman. Check out what he said.
I think it should be consistent across college football. I think, again, this is no knock at Coach or Notre Dame, but I think everybody should be in a conference. I think everybody should play a conference championship game, or no one should play a conference championship game. I think everybody should play the same number of conference games, but just the numbers are going to make things more challenging if you're playing one more conference game. So I just think things need to be consistent across college football.
Thoughts on that, Steve? Do you agree, disagree?
It's hard to disagree. I don't disagree. I think he's saying what a lot of people want. And the SEC actually, I think, plays one less conference game than other people. And, I don't know. Until you get a centralized body, like a commissioner, your version of Pete Rozelle or Roger Goodell or Tagliabue, I'm not so sure how you're going to manage this. I mean, look, the SEC loves having that extra date in mid to late November where you can schedule a directional team that you blow out, you get healthy. It's basically a bye where you get to play a lot of your freshmen and develop a little depth before you go into a rivalry game.
Right.
But I don't see how anyone could really have an argument with what James Franklin is talking about.
Yeah, I agree. JB, you agree as well? We need more consistency across the college football landscape?
Yeah, it's not even a discussion.
Huh?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. I know James too well. I know why he said all those things too. That's his get out if he gets his ass whooped tonight.
I don't know about that.
That's his. I said it, guys. I'm just saying, Steve. I said it at least. I'm out there on record.
Yeah, but how would that really apply? I mean, he probably was asked, what do you think about the state of college football? It's not like he's saying, hey, what do you think about Notre Dame's defense? Well, I think everyone should be in a conference. It's not like he answered that question.
Yeah. Well, I know, but I'm just saying it's going to be something that he can get out of. Just like he was a coach in waiting at Maryland, it's the same situation. He can't beat a top 5 team yet, period. I got to see it tonight for me to say, all right, James, it's time to get serious on the national landscape of things. You're in the Final Four, which is a lame duck Final Four, in my opinion. I want to see what he does tonight because they have the 2 best players in the game, in my opinion, in Carter and the tight end. And I think Love is the 3rd best player in this game as the running back for Notre Dame. All 3 of those guys can be impactful. I think that's just a way of Franklin saying, you know what, if Notre Dame beats our ass, this is what needs to change. And he's also the guy pushing Nick Saban to be the commissioner, Steve. So, like, this all makes sense that he's pushing all this at this time. So, I don't know. It is what it is. I agree with him, though. Like Steve said, it's not even debatable. This is clearly what needs to happen. I mean, we need to have guys in a conference or nobody and just rank them 1 through 12, Steve. No conference champ, none of that. Clemson would have been out. South Carolina would have been in. SMU would have been out. I'm just saying, just rank them. And Alabama would have been in because I don't know. They played Michigan as the 11th ranked team in the country.
They shouldn't have been in. They horrible.
They shouldn't have been in.
They shouldn't have been in at all. And I wouldn't have wanted them in.
They should not have been in.
They should
not have been.
We all know hindsight 2020. We all know hindsight.
No. After 24-3 to Oklahoma, there was no hindsight. There was only eyesight.
Thank you.
Saw what happened.
Our eyes work, Jason.
By a 6-6 Oklahoma team.
Yeah.
There is no
Darnell
hindsight. That team.
The only reason I said it.
They were not a top 12. Not a top 12 team. Bullshit. All respect to teams, they were shitty. Coach, you are not applying the same standards. They were absolute shit. Fuck the whole time.
Dog shit.
Let's stop that shit. Miami didn't deserve to be in it, and neither did Bama. Let's get that shit right out the fucking way. That's bullshit.
I agree.
Then why'd you say it then?
Don't even say that shit, then.
Fucking talk. All I'm saying is that would not have been the Alabama team that would have played in a playoff, though. Let's be clear. That wasn't the same team.
Well, the one that showed up that got beat by Vanderbilt would have showed up, or the one that got come on, Coach.
I don't believe they belong. All I'm saying is that team, you know how damn well we saw Florida State last year who got shunned and got their ass beat by 60 because they don't want to be there. People don't want to play in those games. Yeah, but these guys don't want to play in those games.
Yeah, but there's a difference, though. That Florida State team actually had a bunch of opt-outs after the Jordan Travis thing. But they went 13-0. They didn't lose to 6-loss teams. As much as I hate Florida State, I'll tell you, throughout most of that year when Jordan Travis and that team was healthy, I actually said to myself, this sucks. They actually are a top 5 team. At no time did Alabama really play consistently the whole year.
Nope.
I'm just telling you. And you know what? Another team that really didn't, but they actually deserved to be in it, but they showed a lot of cracks in that foundation was Georgia. I still remember watching Georgia struggle against Kentucky, and I said, there's something wrong there. We have to – I don't want Nick Saban as the commissioner. I don't want an SEC guy there. We already had that. No. Sorry, Saban, you're good. You paid players under the table for years. You were good at it. I don't need you to be the commissioner and show favorite to 12 teams. No. As much as I like you, make your money with Aflac. I don't need you. We already have enough SEC bias.
He's cooking right now. I don't know.
I am. That's what I fucking do because a lot of people, I want to be nice to Saban. If I ever saw Nick Saban, he came up to me, I saw what he said on JB's show. Here's what I say. Yeah. And? Well, I mean, I don't understand this. Like, everyone's got a genuflect to this guy. Give me a fucking break. Why is he the commissioner? They played by a different set of rules with the commissioner who's an LSU guy, Coach. That's bullshit. God damn.
I said it on the show last week. I said I wouldn't make Saban the guy, even though everybody's pushing that, because they all know, the ones that are pushing Saban, I think it needs to be a guy straight down the arrow that knows, that coach, that play, that knows the game. It doesn't need to necessarily be a Saban. I said it on the show with Smitty last week. I said they're pushing that because they know how it will go.
Right.
Saban will turn his eyes and let the Wild Wild West happen.
I mean, here's the problem with the 12-team playoff. I would make some adjustments. Number one, I don't believe any conference winner or all of them should get a bye. the reality is certain conferences are much weaker than the others. Now, if you win the SEC or Big Ten, you should get a bye. Yeah. But if you're the second best team in the SEC and Big Ten and you play that team tough in the championship game, you probably deserve a bye more than the ACC or a power or a G5 team. I think that's one adjustment that needs to be made.
Yeah.
Another thing I would
do. Think it should be a committee. I think it should be a committee, not the committee like we're using now to pick these teams. I think the commissioner should be by committee. Like, put a fucking Chris Peterson in there and Urban Meyer and a couple other guys that know, and then they can get on a panel and say, all right, this is what we do.
But the other thing I would do is I would consistently reseed the teams like the National Football League does.
Yeah, always, yes.
I would not. I just looked at somebody like Oregon, for them to have to play Ohio State in their first playoff game when they were the presumptive number one team coming in. I thought that was a little unfair. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's kind of terrible. They were better off losing the Big Ten game then.
They beat 3 teams in the playoff. The only team that beat 3 in the playoff. They beat all 3 that are in the playoff. It doesn't make sense. So I don't know. But anyway, I agree with what James said. At the same time, I think that's his little out, Smitty. That's all I'm saying. So it is what it is. Smitty, I know we talked about Matt Campbell. I don't know if you want to go to Kevin Warren right away.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just saying that was one of my favorite Steve Kim moments. He was just going in and he was describing all the different types of shit that Alabama was. So we please cut that.
Good. I don't get it. There's no other team that can lose to consistent 6-loss teams. They're like, yeah, but they're Bama. I don't give a shit. This is about
the only issue I have is that we put a Clemson team in who all their losses are to SEC teams. That's the issue I have. That's the fight back I have. You lost your last game to an in-state rival who's another SEC team. You get blown out by Texas, an SEC team, and you lost to Georgia the season.
You say they got blown out. They were within a touchdown in the second half. I don't, know, like you can make an argument, but Alabama was not good this year. They were okay, and Jalen Milroe has shown that he's a great NFL prospect.
Yeah.
Running back.
I'm just saying we're so contradicting though in this current selection committee and how we're doing it. If you're ranked 11th, why aren't you in the fucking playoff? I'm just saying. I agree with you. I'm just saying you're 11th ranked team. There's a 12-team playoff. I get this stupid. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't agree they should have been in, but I do agree. I would have Alabama in over SMU. I would have Alabama in over Indiana.
But I have Miami over Bama, though.
I'm going to say I would have a lot of those teams in. I'm just saying. That's a whole nother discussion, but I'm just saying. Steve, this Kevin Warren guy who's a Big Ten guy who's now with the Bears, he said he's committed to Ryan Poles.
Good luck with that.
Look at this video real quick. I got to get your reaction.
I can't hear it.
I think he's going to talk.
I mean, there are a lot of assumptions in your question. When we say long term, I mean, a year is a lifetime. And I know that's important. And I know 2025 is important, not only from a football standpoint, from a stadium standpoint, from an operation standpoint. And so, again, I trust Ryan. I trust the process that he has put together.
Steve,
I believe that.
No, but anyway, this is an organization, Steve, that's just another dumpster fire, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say this. You know how every team needs to look for a Dan Campbell? Every president and owner needs to look for a Brad Holmes, who's the architect of the Lions. Brad Holmes is Ted Williams. That batting average he has in his drafts is unreal.
There's 3. I think there's 3. Yeah, I think there's 3 GMs, Steve, that are like that. I think Rams have 1. I think the Chiefs have 1. And I think the Lions have 1. And I think you can argue the Eagles and the Packers have done a great job. So there's a few out there. Other than that, man, it's a bunch of guys throwing shit at the wall.
I think the Bears have an issue. Caleb Williams is not that guy. I don't care what the numbers say, because a lot of those numbers are in the second half when you're falling behind, and you it's what I call empty calories. Right. He does not anticipate throws. He doesn't. He took over 65 sacks this year. I get it. The offensive line Jimbo Covert was not walking through that door. There was no Olin Kreutz. I get it. But I saw a lot of his sacks where he just holds the ball too long and then he freezes. And he does not anticipate throws. He doesn't even do a good job of throwing guys open. I'm just thinking to myself, he's okay. He's not horrible. He's not. Maybe he has like a Bryce Young revival next year. But I kind of look at his game, and Coach, you talked about this all last year. It does not translate to that next level. At least it hasn't so far.
Nah, it doesn't. I don't see it. I don't see it doing it either. And again, I don't know, man. You strapped that team. You could have got so much better.
How much does coaching you think impact that? Like, I mean, if you put them with a, I don't know, Kevin McConnell, or I'm just using that as an example, like that type of mind, right? Or you put him in, if he got drafted by Washington Commanders instead of Jaden Daniels, just give you an example, like
that may have worked better, Smitty. And it's interesting that. I heard that Caleb liked some tweet of Ben Johnson, and people are saying, oh, he wants Ben. Okay, so here's the issue. Let's say Ben Johnson goes to Chicago. Can Caleb play right under center, old school football? Can he actually execute play action? He has to turn his back to the defense and process. Can he actually throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, step drop, boom, out? I'm just telling you, Jared Goff is actually underrated. I know people do not want to call him elite. All I know is this. There's not a lot of guys that can do what is asked of him in that particular offense. Old school, ISO, play action, read deep to shallow, shallow to deep. And Caleb Williams, I look at his game, it's kind of schoolyard. And so if I'm Ben Johnson, I'm not so sure I hitch my wagon to Caleb.
Here's the thing. I got a time for a rant. Steve had a rant. I want to get a rant in real quick, Smitty.
Rant away.
Fuck Caleb Williams. Fuck what he wants. That's the problem. We need to stop caring what these QBs want, especially a guy on his first rookie year contract. This ain't Patrick Mahomes. This is a rookie guy on a rookie deal. Stop. Give him a leader of men and force his ass to become a professional. That's the problem. That's why we struggle. Why do you think Jaden Daniels has so much success this year? It's not about Kingsbury. It's about Dan Quinn biting kneecaps off, being similar to Dan Campbell type of guy. He's the leader of the whole orchestration. This is the orchestra. This is what I'm saying. Stop letting these guys who know nothing dictate to you who you hire. Because I'm not so quick to jump in and go grab Joe Brady, which is our next topic for Steve. I'm not so quick to jump into Ben Johnson and these guys like Matt Campbell, who's never coached a down in the NFL. How am I expecting that to work out? And we'll be with a new coach in 2 years. So leading into that, Smitty, I got to ask Steve right out the gate.
Hold on, so Coach, you wouldn't give Caleb Williams a percentage ownership of the Chicago Bears franchise?
Like, come on now, Coach.
I'd give him a fucking percentage on the goddamn nail salon ownership.
Moving on amicably, Josh Allen has some comments on offensive coordinator Joe Brady getting interviews for head coaching jobs. Check this out.
See?
Nothing. He hasn't done anything for us. The team should stay away from him. He's been fantastic. Coming into a situation last year it's not easy to switch play callers mid-year, and he came in and, from on, if you look at our splits, our success that we've had as a team, it's noticeable. So he's one of the most positive guys in the building. He's always got juice and energy for the guys. I think that's something that we love and appreciate about him, and he's as real.
Steve, I believe that's 6. That's our 6th California QB that's in these playoffs. I think Texas has 4. We have 6. 10 of the quarterbacks in the 14-team playoff are from Texas, California. Where you at with Josh Allen and his take? Jokingly.
Before, when you have a bright, young, highly regarded offensive coordinator, they're usually attached to a very, very good quarterback. So the problem is when you hire them, they don't get to bring along that quarterback. Paul Hackett for years lived off, he coached Joe Montana. Okay, that's fine. Problem is, every other job he had, for the most part, at least when he went to Pitt, and he went to Dallas Cowboys. I think that was, they get to bring on Joe Montana. So keep that in mind when you have these coordinators that are hot shots and they're highly regarded and everyone wants them. You better understand who is his quarterback and can we get a guy similar to that. I've seen so many young coordinators who are just like the wizards. They're great until they have to get a mere mortal running their offense, and guess what? They lose 100 IQ points.
Wow. Jimmy's and Joe's, not X's and O's. So it's really a balance of both.
Joe Brady is he's not ready. I'm just telling you guys, man.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because I'm telling you, Smitty, the coaching guy in the room right now is telling you that. Right. You should listen, youngster. You should listen. We're going to see this guy get a job and ruin his career. I'm just telling you, watch. This guy was just the OC in LSU, gets demoted by another college guy we gave a head job to in Carolina, who's struggling at Nebraska all of a sudden. And now you want him to be the head coach because Buffalo's having a good year because addition by subtraction is a real fucking thing. And you got rid of shitbird Diggs, like I said, and Josh Allen will be great. Guess what? He's being fucking great without a shitbird. How weird is that?
Yeah, and certain guys are just meant to be really good coordinators, like Norv Turner. Norv is an excellent football coach.
Ernie Zampese.
Zampese was like that. Guys. Dan Henning was like that. Bud Carson was like that. It's a different job. You're coaching football, but can you lead men?
Steve, you're old enough to remember. Remember Homer Smith?
Homer Smith, great UCLA coordinator. Did a great job. Never got a shot.
Yeah, Smitty's never heard of him in his life. But anyway, Homer Smith, Steve. No, remember, Homer Smith left and became a head coach, I believe, at where did he go? Like Georgia Southern?
Georgia State, yeah.
He was horrible. He was horrible.
Then he went to Alabama as a coordinator. He'd always come back to UCLA.
He struggled. I'm just saying. I don't know. That was before the Mike Price titty bar incident. But anyway, Steve, I got to ask you about this night's game. Pick you expect it to be a good game, close game, bad game, blowout? What are you expecting here in the Orange Bowl on a fucking Thursday night?
I would be surprised if either team scored more than 24. My concern with Notre Dame is they're a little bit banged up. And defensively, they're coached very well by our old coach, Al Golden, who's turned into an elite defensive coordinator, which is very ironic. I think Penn State has a little bit more raw material. But again, I'll say this again. Penn State does not have a real vertical threat outside. And they're going to have to be able to crack that really good stout front of Notre Dame. I think Penn State ekes it out, but I think it's a close nip and tuck battle either way.
You think Penn State ekes it out?
Yeah, maybe, sort of. And Tyler Warren, he's the guy they're going to have to be. They're very, very creative with him. Drew Aller has a little bit of a higher ceiling from an NFL standpoint in terms of throws he can make more than Riley Leonard. So I don't know. It's close. Again, Notre Dame's banged up a little bit. Is Jay Love back healthy? I know he got banged up late against Georgia.
Yeah, I believe he's good to go.
He's good to go, Bailey saying. The tight end's the best player in this game, Steve. I think Carter's the second best player, followed by Love. That's just me if I'm a draft guy and I had to pick these two teams to draft from only. That's my 1, 2, and 3. Aller would probably be fourth. That's just how I would pick. Impactful, Carter on defense. Impactful, Brock Bowers-esque, the kid, Warren. And then you got Jay Love, who's similar to a Genty as far as getting inside, jump cutting, get vertical, hash number sideline guy, who I think that's kind of my pecking order. And then Aller would be my fourth guy, and he's probably going to come back and be maybe the first guy off the board next year. So I don't know. This is a very interesting game. I'm surprised you picked Penn State. I think the worst case scenario in the college football committee is getting Penn State in the finals to absolutely get fucking mollywopped by Ohio State again. Like, I'm just telling you, that is the worst
but Coach,
scenario.
Here's the thing. Let's say Notre Dame wins. You don't think they'd be significant underdogs, too, to Ohio State?
Yeah.
Anyone that plays Ohio State right now would be at least a touchdown underdog.
Including Texas.
Since we won't have you until next week after this game. Are you all out? Do you think Ohio State's rolling so well that they're just going to go through Texas, or has Texas got a shot here?
I don't think Ewers is consistent enough as much as I liked him in the past. If I'm Texas and I'm Sarkisian, I tell my coordinator, when I see Jeremiah Smith in the slot, you better be ready for a vertical shot. I would actually make it a point. Jeremiah Smith gets no easy, clean releases. We're going to bump and hit him every single play.
If I don't see him double team tomorrow, if I don't see him double team
him all game.
All game. And if Carnell Tate kills me, if Buka kills me, so be it. I am not letting that prodigy beat me. And I know Tyler Howard go to other guys. Now, can Texas win? Yes, because they're a very talented team, but they're not consistent. I mean, that Arizona State game, they were up 2 touchdowns, and I started going to my friend's house. I said, okay, this game's over. By the time I get to about 10 minutes from his house, I'm hearing the game's tied up, and I'm like, nah, you're not a tight operation. You're not a tight operation. You gotta squash the bug.
I was like this on the boat, and they were up, and then I leveled back out. The swells went away, and they were tied.
So it's your fault. What if Sarkisian at halftime say, you know what? I'm going with the young gun. I'm going with Archie. Rest of the game.
He's not ready. Arch ain't ready. All right. Arch is not ready. I don't think he is. And, Coach, I actually think Ohio State on all 3 levels is the best defensive team left. They have at least 1 or 2 NFL prospects from Sawyer to JPT. Yes, they do. And they have Denzel Burke. Yeah. They have the best safety in the country, Downs. The linebacker, Corey Simon, Styles. They have an elite coordinator in Jim Knowles. I don't see any team really consistently moving the ball on them. It's not just their offense. And Ohio State, look, they paid a lot of money for that roster. And Ryan Day's under pressure to get all the way to the top.
Yeah, I
think they're going to do it.
And I've been telling JB this the whole time. He didn't want to listen to me, so I'm glad to have a mind like yourself on here that agrees with me. But I think this is a Ohio State year, their year, and the only way to avenge that Michigan loss is to win the whole damn thing. I think they're about to do it.
If Ryan Day wants to have any job security, and it's not fair, but it is what it is, you got to win it. You got to lift the trophy. Then it's all or nothing.
You do.
It's all or nothing for Ryan Day.
It's the same for Sark. At this point in his career, after where remember, he's been at. You can't be at more high-profile places. I'm just telling you.
But Coach, here's the difference. Texas is not considered the best roster in college football. Ohio State is.
No, yeah, but Ryan Day's also lost to Michigan 4 times. He has to. I
mean, you look at Ohio State. They have 2 NFL running backs, right? They have a quarterback that's serviceable that'll probably get into an NFL camp. Now, offensive line, they probably can't take another injury. They've had to shuffle that thing up front, but they've played pretty well. They have 3 NFL receivers, and the guy that'd be a number 1 pick right now in Jeremiah Smith. That's how good he is. You look at the defense, as I said, all 3 levels. There's NFL guys, multiple. They should win it. They should win it. Don't Larry Coker this. Win the doggone thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Larry Coker.
By the way, you know what's interesting? The ticket prices for these games are going down. There seems to be not as much interest as people thought. I find that interesting, guys.
What do I know?
Are easy to get. Yeah.
What do I know? I told you guys. It's like a Thursday night Orange Bowl. Fuck's watching this. I'm just saying.
I like Thursday night.
Smitty, stop. America's working. Guess what? The fucking firefighters ain't going to be able to watch it.
Well, they can't watch it anyway.
No, but here's the thing. If you're an Ohio State fan that goes to every game.
They need some release, homie.
I think it's hard to go to every playoff game. You can go to a home game if that's what you're doing. But then when you start saying, all right, now you got 2 more games to go to or 3 more games, and you're thinking to yourself, well, wait a minute, I got to make all these plans. I don't even know where I'm going to be playing until I think it's a tough ask, and that's why I think some of the ticket prices are depressed, because there's a lot of fans that go to a lot of home games. There are some fans that go to every game, but then you're adding 4 more games or 3 or 4 more games, and you have to get late flights, late hotels. That's a pretty tough ask.
Yeah, it's still higher rated than the NBA. So, anyway.
That's because no one's up. Well, yeah, maybe they're doing load management, but the NBA, geez.
There was finally a good game yesterday. The Cavs and OKC played a good game. I actually had it on TV. They're the number 1 team in the West, number 1 team in the East. Young guns on both sides. They played hard, Steve. I was like, okay, it's actually not a bad game.
Your
All right,
heart in
well,
my eyes. Your heart in my eyes.
So Chris Rock once said, I got a job. Good. I stay out of jail. Good. I feed my kids. Good. God, what do you want, a cookie? My God.
Supposed to play hard.
You literally said, hey, these guys actually gave an effort.
Yeah,
Right. They're
make $200 million a year. Yeah.
Jason, I'm talking to Steve. Jason, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Steve.
Sorry, Darnell. You make $150 million a year. I hope you play hard. Jesus Christ.
Did you see what Charles Barkley said about the Lakers a couple nights ago?
JJ Redick, yeah.
Woo!
He's gonna love some.
What do you? Hey, Steve, before you leave, do you know the context of their little beef?
Yeah, JJ Redick, being the arrogant little son of a bitch that he is, had the nerve to say, well, Charles Barkley is, they're bad. This is what the NBA defenders are now doing. They're now criticizing people that are criticizing the NBA. And JJ Redick is saying how we need to promote the game. We got to accentuate and spotlight the great things. The same guy that disrespected the legacy and the history of the game is now saying that. Irony, right?
Yeah, that's irony. The fire.
Then Barkley came out last week and basically said, hey, JJ, man, you need to be quiet because have you seen your own team? And then after this last loss, where I guess a depleted Dallas Maverick team, he had some fun. And he flat out said, what is it with the Lakers making excuses? Every year it's someone else's fault. And the way he said it, where he named everybody whose fault it was, he says, who do we blame now? It was his way of saying, hey, LeBron, you want to step up here? Darnell, did you hear that rant? Because he basically said, LeBron throws everyone under the bus. That's the subtext of what he was saying.
Yeah, he did, man. He was cooking. Charles, I know Chuck is funny, but he has substance behind a lot of what he says, too.
And then now people are trying to say, well, Charles doesn't watch the games. Time out. He watches the games that are on. Does he watch every game? Does he have NBA package? No. Do you think he watches the regular games when he's at home? No. He's probably got better things to do. But the games that are actually on TNT, he watches.
By the way, they're in the click and like profession as we are. The Lakers are going to get clicks and likes to Smitty's social media point. The Lakers are going to be topic of discussion.
For those who want to say that the Lakers need more help, wait a minute. LeBron is still a top 10 to 12 player at the very least. Anthony Davis is a top 10 player, usually. You have two of the top 10 players in a game where there's 5 players on the floor. You should be theoretically a little bit better than they are.
By the way, you lost to a team without Luka and Kyrie. Come on, man. You lost to a bunch of nobodies. I didn't even know who was out there. And you got Finney Smith traded to the Lakers, a former Maverick, who had like 17 in that game from what I saw on the stat line. So I'm like, what else can you want?
Right.
Like you had LeBron, AD, you have a new addition who scores. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Right.
Steve, where you watching the game tonight? By the way, Phil said hello. Phil said hello. I took some folks over to trainings. I came off the boat last week and I went to training.
Oh, okay.
And he said, I went back and helped him cook.
No, you did.
Phil celebrated his 80th birthday. I couldn't go because we went the night before, but he's doing a good job over there. I'll be seeing him soon. But yeah, I mean, the game tonight I'll watch. It's at 4:30, which screws me up. But anyway, I'll watch it. It's the job, and hopefully whatever happens. And then tomorrow, I think there's some issues with the weather. Is there any chance the Cotton Bowl gets postponed or something? Smitty, did you hear something about that?
I heard it's dry. It's some type of ice layer that I guess is affecting some things. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be watching that too. So
if it's on. All right, Steve. Are you on Whitlock?
I might be a little bit later. Yeah.
All right, Steve. I'll talk to you this week.
All right, talk to you later.
Peace. Appreciate Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Appreciate Mr. Kim. FA, I have a comment for the real quick for you guys. The Lakers and Nuggets basically have the same record and a few games out from being second in the West. I don't understand the narrative that they are so terrible compared to everyone else. Shout out to my guy FA Scott Malpour.
Well, the narrative is the reason why is because I don't watch basketball and I can still spit it with FA and everybody else. I can sit down and talk about basketball right now with anyone right now. Bring on
FA right now. You read his comment. Cook him right now on why the Lakers are so terrible compared to everybody else. Go.
Bring him on the show. I'll cook him right now live.
Drop the link. Call in FA immediately. Drop the link real quick, Bradley. You got 3 minutes, FA. You my brother, but if you don't call in 3 minutes, then it is what it is. It's like the show's bigger than me. It's bigger than me.
I say 2. I say 2 minutes because we don't have a lot of time. We got a lot of downtime. We got a lot of downtime now waiting for FA.
Yeah, so we're going to sit here and not say a word until he calls in.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing because that's us. We'll see how fast it is for him to come in. If he really wants to do it and not talk about what's happening out there with the cats and the dogs and all that shit, come in right now. Because, I know he Haitian and they got a little bit of a Nigerian Haitian mix.
Oh, there it is, JB.
Yo.
He's in. Turn your phone sideways if you can. Oh, there you go. Keep it like that's cool. Keep it like that. Keep it like that. There we go. What's going on, FA?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
All right, 1 minute. I got 1 minute for you real quick. Here we go. Ready, go. Because the Thunder are dominating the West. The West is horrific compared to the East, and the West is watered down. There is no true contender past the Thunder. We thought the Minnesota T-Wolves were going to be some real good team. They're fucking worse in the record column than the Detroit Pistons, and they were a team in the West that was supposed to be so good. They traded and got Randall, and they actually got subtraction by addition, and the Knicks got addition by subtraction when they went and got Towns. Towns could be an MVP candidate this year in New York, and he left the West, which has watered down the West regarding bigs. AD should be dominating in the West, lacking bigs when Joker plays on the perimeter against a Luka who's hurt half the season. So saying that is why the Lakers are trash, the West is trash, and the champ's going to come out of the East once again. So you can be 2 games out all you want. I got a lot of bubble vibes, FA, this year. I got a lot of COVID bubble vibes in the West this year. There I go. You look really toned in and ready to go. Cook me.
FA, you got 65 seconds. Go.
Listen, I don't know. All of a sudden, the West is trash now. The West been the best conference in the NBA for a long time. And the Thunder were top seed last year, I believe, right? Yep. And, they weren't ready. I don't know if Chet Holmgren's going to come back perfectly healthy. I don't know. So I don't just consider them the favorite. The West is loaded from 1 all the way down to like 6. All those teams could possibly contend for a championship. Like the Mavericks were what last year? I know they weren't 1 or 2.
Like a 56. It might be
They're
like
like
50,
all right, and they made the finals. So
you're saying it's watered down?
No, I'm not saying it's watered down. I'm saying that's how competitive it is. And the regular season ain't. Kawhi Leonard can come back all of a sudden, and the Clippers make a run, and all of a sudden they become contenders. Like
I disagree though. I'm seeing a lot of.
It's your time. It's your time.
Go ahead.
I see a lot of mediocrity though. So when you have a lot of mediocrity, don't they eat away at each other? And there's really no true good pecking order. This is a bad West right now. They lost a lot of talent to the East, which has kind of watered the West down.
Who's good in the East then?
Who's what?
Who's good in the East? Boston,
Cleveland. You got a team. You got Milwaukee's won what? Like 18
Milwaukee
and
LA damn near got the same record.
But I'm saying who's playing better right now? Milwaukee's kind of on a rant. They're on a tear little right now. They're actually proving that Doc Rivers is actually changing the little thing around. They're doing some things. So I don't know. I'm just saying.
The Lakers ain't playing that bad. Like, see, the Lakers.
I'll take the Knicks. I'll take the Knicks over 5 of the teams in the West.
They're better. They got Towns. I agree, but like championship
what happened
caliber.
What happened to the Clippers? You got Kawhi Leonard, who just played his first game. He probably won't play again for 6 months. What happened to the West when you lose a lot of talent like Kawhi, Towns?
I agree.
I'm just saying.
All doors left.
Because I look in the playoff. I look towards the playoffs, and I'm like, okay, what star? Because we know stars is what wins in the NBA. What star in the West can beat the stars in the East? Nobody can beat Tatum in them. Nobody's going to be able to beat even a Brunson in town.
Here's the
I don't think Cleveland's cooking. And then you got Giannis to deal with Dame Dollar. I don't see any West combination beating any of those East combinations. That's all I'm saying.
I can agree with you. I can agree with you on that. But
I'm
just saying that the Mavs, when fully healthy, they can win the title. The Lakers can win a title. I don't know if they will, but they can compete. They're right in there, right? The Suns, they're struggling right now, but they got the talent.
Again,
they got the stars. But you're talking about stars. They got the stars.
You had a star.
F.A. They got the stars. They got
F.A.
The Rockets are one of the more well-rounded teams right now. The Rockets can mess around.
You rich
like the Thunder.
Hey, Smitty, motherfucker over here reaching like a motherfucker. I'm trying to reach to find shit. I'm trying to find shit. I'm just trying to say when
the Bucks were playing shitty not too long ago, everyone was talking shit about the Bucks and Doc Rivers. And
that strengthens the East conversation is what I'm saying. The West conversation is actually going like this every day. The Suns bench Bradley Beal. They bench Nurkic. They're trying to figure out what's going to work in Phoenix when you have all these stars, Booker and KD, and you got to figure it out. The Suns are cooked. The Clippers are the Clippers.
Clippers ain't.
I'm just saying, you got all that shit. You got rid of Paul George. Remember, for what? Who also went where? East.
No,
again, they don't have no West talent.
The Lakers don't have the others, F.A. You know that.
Nobody does.
Defense, they can't stop
no the others are in the East, Smitty.
It's AD, LeBron, and then who is Reeves our third? Right. We don't even know who our third is.
Smitty,
right.
The East got others. F.A., you know that the East got the West others. I'm just telling you.
Their top teams, I could agree with you. Here's my thing. The Lakers can mess around, win 3-4 games in a row. And then they lose one, and everybody talks about how the ship is sinking. Where there are plenty of other teams in the NBA where the same shit happens to, and I get it. The Lakers are gonna get more coverage. So every time they lose, it's gonna be scrutinized more. Right. But I'm saying, like, if you look at the records right now, it's not like they are battling to even stay alive. They're right there with everybody else.
That's my point.
D. Jones said FA's arguing top to bottom, meaning like when you look at the totality of the East,
like
totality of the West.
Like where are the Warriors at right now?
I think they're probably like 8 or 9 or something like that, probably.
So, but you can argue that if they get in, because recently they've been more towards the bottom play-in. They get in and they're still a threat because they have veterans and that have been there, in Steph and Draymond and Wiggins, whatever. My point is that, like, those guys get into the playoffs and they play against a young team that ain't been around the block. You can't just completely count them out.
Right? Hey, I'm gonna say what the elephant in the room won't say, and everybody wants to know. Bron James will go down as the Laker franchise killer that put them down 2 championships to the rival arch nemesis Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics are going to have 19 rings, and the Lakers are going to be stuck at 17, and we're going to be blaming LeBron James. Hell yeah, we are, because that motherfucker he's gotten Vogel fired, who won a championship. Yeah, hell yeah, he did. Come on now, don't defend that motherfucker. Did he not hire JJ Redick?
So LeBron is he starts on the court. He starts on the court.
Did he not hire?
No. According to JB, LeBron starts on the court playing basketball. He coaches the team. He's the general manager. He's the president, vice president.
We all know this. Come on now, we all know this.
Be talking. He plays the game, coaches the game.
2 weeks, and he took 2 weeks off for the Diddy case. So like, there's all kinds.
He went to shoot up in his legs so he can do windmills and shit.
He don't do shoot ups. He just rub. Hey, good shit, man. Appreciate you calling in. Here's my point, though. It's watered down to shit.
And y'all call Clippers shitty. Clippers is the 6th seed. Lakers the 5th seed. They're 1 game apart.
Remember, the Lakers are shitty. You see what this has done?
I'm saying if the Clippers shitty, and the Lakers gotta be shitty too. Then they 1 game apart.
Yeah, they're both. That's my point.
You know
Come
what I'm
on.
saying? You said Lakers win a championship. You said Clippers are shitty. They won't get apart.
Don't do
Bro,
that, black man.
without Kawhi Leonard,
like that, black man.
Kawhi Leonard,
Don't do that, black man, like that, black man.
Said what?
Don't do that, black man, like that, black man. Smitty just cooked you for some reason, and that's your boy.
Nah, he ain't cooked me, man.
I'm just giving y'all information.
The Clippers with Kawhi Leonard. Hey, when Kawhi is actually playing, the problem is his ass don't ever play no.
Well, he came back, but then he left again because of the fires. So he right back out.
I appreciate you guys making my point today, like a motherfucker. Here's my point. I gotta ask you guys something. Let me equate this to this real quick.
Right.
So when gas goes up to like $7, it comes back down to like $4.99, and then everyone's like, "Dude, gas is down like a motherfucker." They forget that it was only $2.99 to begin with, but we went all the way to $7.99, and then what we do as a government to give us this optical illusion that we're winning is they put it back to $4.99. Well, it's still $2 more than it was, but nobody wants to talk about it. All we talk about, we celebrate. Yeah, it was $4.99. The NBA used to be how many playoff teams got in, FA?
Just 8.
8.
It's still
and
8.
now how many?
Still
how
8.
many get in?
It's still 8.
It's still 8.
No, it's not.
9th and 10th seed.
They do
gets the
it's
opportunity
a playing
to fight
game.
for the last spot.
The playoffs start when the play-in is done.
It's not 8. It's not 8.
The playoffs start when the play-in is done.
Yeah.
It's not 8.
The NCAA tournament is 68 teams. Don't nobody.
Yeah, exactly. That's new too. But when did we start?
Yeah, because the tournament don't start until the play-in games.
But it don't matter.
I know they consider it the tournament.
The point is the play-in. The point is the whole play-in thing. Like, this is all structured at the end of the regular season. You guys keep dismissing the regular season, dog. Like, come on, man. We give it a motherfucker. Hey, you got a shot, Cleveland. Hey, Golden State. You got a shot. You can beat the 7th seed, and you get to be the 8th. Then you go.
Teams that went from the play-in to the.
And then if you win, you go back to the 8th, and then you lose, you're the 9th. But if you lose again, you're the 10th, and you got to win twice. And then it's the 10th loses once, they're to the 9th, and then the 9th team turns into a fucking. Oh my God.
Hey, JB, after all that shit figures itself out, there's still 8 teams.
Hey, you and Smitty want all the teams in.
No.
I like competition. I don't mind people competing. That's all I'm saying. I like people competing.
18. At the end of the day, it's 18.
I repeat what Gene says.
Hey, FA, tell your homies give me my fucking channel back too next time, quicker than they took this time. They did that shit way too quick.
Which homies?
The Nigerians got me, homie.
Damn, they got you again. Because you be talking.
Not again. They got me, and I need you to make sure you handle that.
Everybody actually can code and he know how to do that type of stuff. Like seriously though.
No shit.
You being racist though. You being racist with it. I'm saying everybody know how to really do it. You being racist with it.
I'm at to make some call. JB, when them black SUVs pull up.
They might be coming for me anyway. Might be coming for me anyway because I'm on Newsom bumper out here. So it might be coming for me anyway.
Right, Newsom a thug. He'll really lay you down. You better relax.
He better bring Marshawn in there because the homies is sitting right up here. They motherfucker better watch out. Don't give me the governor. FA. Don't let me. I'm gonna have it right up here. They're gonna have AFA. I'm gonna have Secret Service as the governor, but the Secret Service, who I don't trust, the homies is watching them. That's what motherfuckers. That's why they don't want me in office. They don't want me in office. Hey, FA, good shit, man. I appreciate you. Good luck with your team.
Much love, y'all, as always.
All right. We'll see you next week or tomorrow or later in the show.
All right, bro.
Hey, Smitty, I'm going to go get a coffee and keep cooking you, I guess, man, on the realest show on planet Earth.
Keith Smith, he said, what's wrong with all the NBA teams being in if they're seated properly? Anyway, man, y'all have a good one, man. I'm going to go here, lay down for a minute, reset my mind, and come right back.
Fuck, man.
row, long-time college football sideline reporter, women's basketball reporter, just ESPN reporter in general. I just showed the video. Let's show the video.
Like you to meet. I'm Liz McKenna. And she is an analyst for defense for the Oregon Ducks. We need more women in coaching football.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you contribute to this team and how cool is that?
I just help out with the outside linebackers room, some of the defensive line. I help make meetings, do cut-ups, just kind of get the players, get the information they need, opponent intros, all that good stuff.
So you caught my eye because we were at Oregon's practice and you were so organized and getting guys on scout, getting their pennies, their jerseys.
Yeah.
Like you were on top of it. That's how you caught my eye. So women in football, hello, they can do it.
Yes, for sure.
I love it, man. I mean, what she's doing for the team isn't like, it's fine. She's making cut ups. She's basically what an analyst is. And correct if I'm wrong, the way I look at analyst, because we didn't have analysts when I was playing. So to me, analyst is just like another word for GA, except you don't have to take classes, I think, as an analyst. But it's almost like an extension of being in GA. So you're doing, like she said, she's doing film cut ups. She's basically an assistant to the coach, to the defense coordinator. Whatever he needs, if he needs some coffee, if he needs some cut ups, if players need like just any little like busy work that the coach don't feel like doing, the analyst goes and do. I don't see a problem with that. But I obviously the whole chat knows where Jason's about to go with this. The whole chat. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to you. I see your facial expression, your sign, taking a deep breath, you're stretching, you're rubbing your mouth, rubbing your chest. You're doing a lot of shit to try to stay calm. So I'm gonna let you jump in. What's your take on that video and seeing that young lady be an analyst for Oregon and Coach Lanning, who you support and who you love?
Don't say that. Don't start with that. Just because
what
you cut out. Anyway,
Coach Lanning, who you love and support.
Yeah, don't use that so I don't go in. That's
no, I didn't do what you're gonna say. I'm just saying, Coach Lanning, Dan Lanning's your guy.
I'm going to preemptively text him right now before this, so it's out there. I'm going to text Dan right now. Just remember, there's 3 coaches that are on his staff that coach for me at Indy.
I know.
So I'm going to be clear. I want to make sure that all my boys know where I'm going with it because they already know
that's
me.
Coach Lanning, but read to us what you're texting word for word so we know what you're texting first, please.
Still got it as Dan Lanning, Georgia. But anyway. Hey, brother, I'm about to – oh, sorry. Hey, bro, I'm about to go in on the young lady that you were probably forced to hire. So take no offense. You know me. How the fucking light? You can't even see it. I just want to make sure everyone knows.
You say wrong number. You should have showed us that. Say wrong number, homie. Dang, you should have deleted that first.
No, it doesn't. Shut the hell up. But anyway, can you even see where it says?
Well, we did it first. We can't see. If you hold it still long enough, it'll clear up. Just stop showing it. Stop showing it. Base and stop. Base and stop. Base and stop. Yeah. You're still doing it. Base and stop.
Anyway, well, it doesn't show his number. Anyway, I want to be clear. That's what I said. So let's dive into it.
Turn me off screen.
Clarify it. Make sure you let everybody know on the audio side that it doesn't say wrong number, so they don't think you're trolling me.
No, it don't say wrong number. Audio listeners, we're playing around. We're good.
It don't show his numbers, Bailey. I wouldn't.
Yeah, it don't
show
the number. It don't show the number.
It shows the name. All right, so let's be clear. I want to first address everybody in the chat that has absolutely no knowledge of coaching or understanding of what this job entails. I want to please understand that all you need to shut the fuck up. You do not know what an analyst is. Smitty as well, he was very, very wrong with his analytic review of what an analyst is as well. So Smitty's wrong on what he said an analyst is.
And that's why I asked you to correct me, because I did not have analysts when I played.
Yeah. He assumed what it is. And then I saw Gorjan and a lot of these other cats in the chat assume that they think they know. and they said it's basically a GA. And I love how casual, random fucks just go out there and it's just a GA. Motherfucker, you don't know anything, and you're just randomly acting as if you do, which is the most embarrassing part of this. And I want to be clear. I want to do a symposium. I want to do a fucking clinic on the chat that knows nothing, that thinks they absolutely know everything. That's what I really want to do a clinic on. Because a lot of you just should shut the fuck up. You have no clue what an analyst does or is. Number one, analysts now are making 6 figures at a lot of places. I don't know if this girl, young lady, makes money like that, but it is Oregon. They do have Nike, and I do have a lot of money. I know she makes some money. They are not grad assistants. Let's clarify. Mm-hmm. Analysts are actually hired to analyze everything that they do. And they are specifically analyzing and doing analytics in specific parts of the game plan for a OC or a DC or the head coach. So let's be clear. It's so clear that I'm going to give you insight like I said I would that no one else will give you. Man, Bailey, pop in the show, Bailey.
What up, man?
So I just saw for the first time why people are saying on the text it says wrong number. I just saw for the first time it does say wrong number, not on the fucking name. He texted me wrong number, and I just saw for the first time. So this is a real show. I want to clarify because I had sent him a buddy's number, and he texted me back wrong number.
Right. Yeah.
So I didn't know that it said that on there because I couldn't see it until the thing. But now I see why people see it says wrong number.
Yeah, I figured it might have been what you said.
I just saw that for the first time. Anyway, crazy. All right, bet. What a joke. What a crazy situation we're dealing with in LA. Unbelievable. But anyway, yeah, blame them for that. Smitty's gone. Oh, he left? I don't know. Hey, do you know that a lot of this shit that we're seeing out here, I'm just getting text messages and shit from everybody. I'm curious, Bailey, maybe you can look. Is the Ram game going to be affected? Because they will not play games with they wouldn't let us practice in high school, college, otherwise. And the NFL is the same. When there's heavy fires, the air quality is too bad. They will not allow that game to be played in SoFi in LA. So that's something that I haven't discussed or haven't seen.
They're trying to put together like a plan right now as a backup option to potentially move the game to Arizona if need be. But as of right now, correct me if I'm wrong, Bailey, is currently still planned to be here at SoFi Stadium.
Yeah, so here's what's going on from Ian Rappaport and the NFL's statement on it. It says the NFL's priority is the safety of the Los Angeles community. We are grateful for the tireless efforts of the first responders. Our hearts are with Los Angeles, everyone affected by the fires. We continue to prepare to play the Vikings-Rams games as scheduled on Monday at SoFi Stadium. So with all games, there are contingency plans in the event a change in location is needed. In this instance, the game will be played on Monday night at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, if necessary. So there you have it. It's going to be as planned in SoFi unless, fires cause it to be changed.
There you go. Thanks for that, Bailey. We're in Inglewood, we should be fine. But just for shits and giggles, imagine, though, if the game did get moved, though. That sucks if you're a Rams team who fought all year long to win the division, get home field advantage. The fans are starting to come out a little bit more now for the Rams. You got your guys healthy, and then not be able to play at home sucks. But I mean, it's the NFL. You gotta do what you gotta do at the same time. So it was like,
That's why I'm struggling with even playing this game here. Like, if I'm, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm, what we're dealing with right now in LA is just, to me, is why I think to me it's a struggle. Like, I don't know if it's even right to play the game like here. And on the other side, you look at it and like, well, fuck. Now LA fans have to drive to Arizona or figure that out or not really have a true home game. Minnesota's been practicing, I'm sure, with no problems. The Rams could not practice yesterday, from what I heard from Weddle. And he's right inside on all that. So, like, the Rams didn't even practice yesterday. So, like, this is another one of those deals, man. Like, we had fires in the summers back in the day when I was head coach in high school and stuff. And when I was a head coach in JUCO out here, and we had to, like, 3-4 days, nothing. Couldn't go outside. Air
quality's horrible, man. I told you, go outside, you can taste it. I haven't been outside yet, but I'm looking out my window.
So how are you going to play? Why? How are you going to play? Why isn't a contingency already thought of? And, it's just – and I don't want to play in fucking Arizona, homie.
But that's the probably next best option, though, right? I mean, there's –
I'm just saying, man.
What do you suggest? What do you suggest?
There's no suggestion. I'm just talking. I'm just overall discussing this thing. Like, it's just all together fucked up because we have an LA tragedy right now. We can't even move in LA. Now you want an NFL playoff game to happen with the traffic that we have here right now that we can't even navigate in, and you expect us to just go and forget everything that's happened? To me, listen, I'm the first one to tell you life moves on. Life goes on. It's unfortunate. Shit's fucked up. But we're going to play in where it's happening. Like, there's no way by Monday the Flyers are out, right?
Nah, no, it's not.
I would hope
I'm told it's going to be weeks until they're all out. That's what I'm told. Weeks. That's what I've been told.
If it's weeks, homie, then LA's over with. Does, like, the president of the United States of America, Biden, understand this? Like, that's what I don't get. Like, I'm just saying, like, if there's weeks of fires where they are, Smitty, there's nothing else. There's nothing else to burn, homie. There's nothing else to burn. Like, it's not a forest. It's a fucking city that's on fire.
Well, with that being said, man, I know you're pissed off about that. You're going to be pissed off even more about this. Netflix has come out with a show called Wags to Riches, highlighting the lives of the wives and girlfriends of sports stars. It includes the wags of Chad Ochocinco, Tyreek Hill, and Robbie Chosen Anderson. And I got to show you this trailer right now. Wait.
Time out. Start over. What?
Wags to Riches. Wags, W-A-G-S, stands for wives and girlfriends. So it's the wives and girlfriends of sports stars. So you have Chad Ochocinco's ex-girl, actually. This probably got pre-recorded before they broke up. You got Tyreek Hill's wife and Robbie Chosen Anderson's girl as well. We have a trailer right here. We're going to watch it.
Robbie Chosen Anderson.
The receiver who changed his name to Chosen. He was with the Jets, I believe, and he moved to the Panthers.
I don't know if I want to see this.
He's a fair receiver. Well, we're going to show it for the fans regardless, so take a listen.
Old definition of wags was like, oh, I'm a kept bitch, but now I'm making my money. That's the new wags. Nice camera action. I'm loud.
In this circle, always high-profile men that elevate us, but we elevate their ass too. We have our own businesses. 2 hustlers are better than 1.
Even being with the athlete, never financially depend on a man.
Your girl be a rich-ass developer.
So, I mean, listen, I probably tune into the show with my girl. You know, my girl like to watch little stuff like that sometimes. So I'll probably be with her, watch it with her. You know what I'm saying? Before we make love on the living room couch. So I don't know nothing about none of these dudes' girls. The only person I kind of know a little bit about is Chad's old girl because she her own boss. Like she's really deep into the real estate. She had her own like reality real estate show on Netflix before. The other ladies, I don't know what they do at all. I've never seen them before at all. But JB, I'm sure you're gonna be watching that with probably some of your AEs next couple of weeks, or what's your plan?
First of all, I don't watch Netflix. Second of all, I wouldn't go to your house and sit on your couch ever again. Or ever. I never have yet, but I never will. So
Hold on,
thanks
Jackson.
for...
You tell me you ain't ever fucked on your couch? Don't lie.
Say what?
Yeah. You heard what I said.
No, I haven't.
You never fucked on your couch ever in your life.
And first of all, rephrase what you said, homie. You just said, you're telling me you've never gotten fucked on your couch.
No,
That
I said no. Rewind it. Flip that off and put it on the no.
Holy shit. No, I haven't got fucked.
Say that.
I haven't got fucked on my couch.
I did not say that, homie. Dead homie.
And by the way, yeah, I don't get fucked.
Dead homie.
By the way,
say that. You do get tongue fucked down there.
By the way, though,
I didn't ask you that, homie.
Contrary to your belief, though,
you get all.
I got multiple rooms. I do most of the shit like in the theater or the lounge. I don't do that on the couches because the couches stay. You know, I'm never in there, Smitty. Have you ever seen me in there?
You're right, because like you got that. It's white. You got the car. Yeah, you real particular about your couch. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't let the
you
fucking
lounge on the cigar table before. On the bar.
Not on a cigar table. Too high. No. On a stool though. The stool is the best way to fuck a bitch. She straddles this.
Okay.
You know that, right?
You talking about you straddle and you lean her over and you keep the ass off the edge?
Only like this. She sit on the motherfucker. I don't want to demonstrate, but she sit on it like this. Homie, like sitting at the bar. But the ass is off.
Get off the chair.
But anyway, have you seen a bitch straddle the chair? This is the best fucking right here ever.
He doubled down, homie.
Best fucking ever though. Just imagine the bitch on this, homie, and then like you standing behind her, obviously, and then she leaned forward. I'm not gonna lean forward, but she leaned forward.
JB, how she be sitting, JB?
She sit on the chair like she had a bar, homie. You gotta put the ass off, homie. You gotta put the ass off. You gotta put the ass off, homie.
Motherfuckers in the chat said, "Show me." JB 55 years old, 6'5", 280. Got his big ass on his fucking stool and fucking strapped with the chair and poked his ass out. Motherfucking Big Jim Slash said, "Arch your back, coach."
Just saying, homie. I guarantee it, Smitty, tonight. Tomorrow's show, there's gonna be 1 million motherfuckers that tried it.
Everybody in chat gonna try it.
They're gonna try it.
You got big influence on me. Everybody gonna try it.
Now, don't fucking have no bitch with no ass. It'll ruin the whole thing.
You can't even do it that way. It won't even work.
If she got no ass, don't put her on that. She got to have that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It got to drop.
You gotta ask how should you smash then? Like what? You just missionary probably?
Didn't you baby oil that motherfucker on the stool? You baby oil that bitch?
Get a slip
and then it's just not. I don't want everyone on my shit, but you baby oil and you rub that shit in.
Yeah.
As you like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. You a bad boy. If I'm not mistaken, like then you have you had Gawk sitting on that chair. You had Chris for sure was sitting on those chairs. So that's interesting.
I'm confused. Where you going?
I'm just saying when I came over, like this is about a year ago. I came late, so I don't know what happened before I got there. Chris was sitting on that chair for sure. And I know Gawk was sitting on one of them chairs too when she came over. I know she got lit. So that's all. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's just funny.
They were sitting on real chairs, not the stools.
Chris was sitting on a stool for sure. I remember I was talking to her.
I didn't see Chris at the party.
Oh, okay. All right, that's all I was saying. I wasn't saying anything else.
Weddle and Steve and everybody. Oh, by the way, Super Bowl party. Baby's gonna make me a flyer. I already got the bartenders ready to go. They've already made the drinks and the food menu. So Super Bowl party I'm doing. Whether Smitty can come or not, I'm just throwing it out there. But I got a Super Bowl party every year. I do a big party. I've got some comedians coming. We got a lot of things going on, a lot of activities. If you're a Step Brothers fan, a lot of activities. But we'll be doing a Super Bowl party. I think it's February 9th.
February 9th, and I probably will be there. I usually come to your party. I think I'll be in New Orleans. I got a lot of dates in February that we'll have to talk about. Where I'm not saying I can't do the show. I'm just gonna be moving around and stuff. I'm gonna probably be in New Orleans probably Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So like probably 6th through the 8th. I'll probably fly back in LA super early Sunday morning, and then maybe I'll pull up to your crib. And then the following week is NBA All-Star Weekend. I'll be in San Francisco for an event 13th through the 15th as well. So again, I'll have my laptop with me, so we'll figure things out. I'm just letting you know right now, Big Smitty's on the move. I got money to make. I got moves to make. I got hustle to make. It's 2025. I ain't getting no younger. I might be 31 in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I got to get my money. I got to hustle. So speaking of that, my birthday's on the way, y'all. I accept all food gift cards. I accept if you're local, I accept banana pudding. If you want to make me some banana pudding, some homemade chocolate chip cookies. Y'all ain't gonna buy me no shoes, but I do wear a size 13.5 or 14. I got a big ass foot. You know what that means. So listen, I accept all gifts. My birthday is coming up January 19th, literally 10 days away. The countdown starts now. I'm gonna be 31 years old. It's my Reggie Miller year. So I'm just letting y'all know that right now. Let's finish the show. We got 20 minutes left, Jason. And,
any women in the chat who have experienced what I just showed, and would you care to dive into the discussion on how you like it? Is it truly? Am I right? Is it the best?
Is Leah still here? I saw Leah was in here earlier.
Why you asking Leah?
Huh?
Why you asking Leah?
Nah, she followed me on Twitter recently, and like she's a
Jazz. Shout out TJ.
Shout out TJ. Oh my God. Shout out to TJ, man. It means so much. Appreciate your support, man. If we get 2 more of these, man, I think we're gonna be good to go.
Good to go for what?
Just good day.
Jazz. I think you're the only woman in here right now. I don't know if Luke's is in here. Have you ever sat on the stool? Can you give us any insight at all as to how that feels, I guess?
She the only woman in here. I saw Lucy was in here earlier. I think she must have hopped off. Courtney Brown, that's a dude, but they spelled their name like a girl, though. That's interesting. Because most times you spell Courtney, like, if you're a dude, it's like just with a C and an EY. They spelled theirs with a K and 2 E's. But the way they're talking, it's a dude. So it's kind of weird. Keep it to myself.
Interesting.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Mike has bad knees. Thanks for the $31 for my 31st birthday. Send that to me, JB. Appreciate you. Jazzy said, not backwards, missionary on a chair. Yeah. So she's saying like sit on a chair and like lean back. The man puts his arm around her to support. She kind of spread eagle and you kind of smash like this. Lucy, I have no comment. I'll let Jazz field this question.
How do you do it? How do you smash like what?
No, Jazz was saying she don't do the behind, she do the missionary. So she will sit on a chair and kind of lean back, kind of like using her core. The man will have to put one arm around to support the back, and she kind of spread eagles, and they just go that way. That's how Jazz do it. Lucy says she ain't. So Jazz do it like this. And she real hood, so she be talking shit and all that type of stuff. Lucy says she's not gonna speak on it. I think if I had to guess, I think Lucy's like an undercover freak. If I just have to guess.
First of all, if you're a bigger bitch, I'm not holding you like this.
You ain't strong enough?
With no back.
Hey, that arm starts shaking. Look, baby, that arm starts shaking like this. Why you trying to hold on to it?
So I'm sitting on this like this, you're saying?
The girl is. She leaning back. You're standing up.
The girl. Now I've done the girl in front of me on the stool. The girl back, you know, the girl backing it on me like this.
Right.
I'm on a chair like this.
Right.
But you're telling me the broad is like this, feet out?
She's leaned back, and you as the man have to support her. You gotta be strong to do that, though. Everybody can't do that.
No, yeah, I've done it, but it's weird. It's whack to me.
You only do it for a couple minutes. Like it's an ego fuck. You do it for a few minutes just to show I'm the man. I can hold you up, and then you go to the next position. It's like real.
Well,
quick.
I can do I just do it like this though, and her back is on her back could be against it.
There you go. That's the easiest way to do it.
So like this.
That's the soft way to do it. but it
And
works.
then I got support because my back's bad.
But you can't let the woman know that. As a man, you gotta just be like, I'm
my
macho.
back.
You gotta pick her ass up. You gotta be macho.
My back's bad going in though.
Jazzy said legs on shoulders.
Yeah. I'd rather have the ass facing me.
Lucy, what do you think? Jazz said that'll work too. Like
you need to be on this ass out and bend over more, and then that way you're supported by this.
But you gotta have ass though. If your ass ain't big, it ain't gonna work.
That's my point. And that's
Who
why
has ass in the chat though? Who has ass in the chat?
I don't know. I haven't seen their ass.
I haven't either. That's why you've been on the show forever. I'm new to the show, kinda. I don't know who has ass on the show.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you got ass on the show and you a woman, obviously, put a peach emoji in the chat. If you're a woman in the chat, you got to ask, put a peach emoji in the chat. Shout out to Chris for the $10. I became a member today. Huge fan of JB. First time I heard of you was Last Chance Shoe and brought your book back in 2019. Appreciate everything you do for sport and giving us real and raw content. That's a real.
Shout out Chris. Chris with a K. That's a girl. Spell that. Is that a girl?
Nah, it's like a dude message.
I'm not being funny. Chris was usually girls start with a K.
I know, I agree with you. It's a lot of people here who spell their name like girls. Like Courtney did it with a K with 2 E's, but it was a dude. Now this one is just interesting. T Miss Amaya business is entertainment, homie.
What do you say?
For a married man, Smitty surely asks women some flirty shit. This is entertainment, homie.
It don't matter if it wasn't. You a bitch for bringing it up.
Right. Because in the event I was on some bullshit, you supposed to be a real one.
You're a bitch for bringing it up.
Lame, bro.
Is Belichick going to be back in the NFL as I predicted he would be? Like, and I said he would only doing this for his son to get the job and all that, and everybody called me crazy and all that. And then June 1st comes and his $10 million buyout goes to $1 million. And then can this happen?
Nope. Rosini said Bill Belichick has no plans to return to the NFL. He is out recruiting in New Jersey and North Carolina. I think Tom Brady, my coworker, did reach out to try to see, kind of test the weather and kind of see, like, you know, what he was thinking. Belichick, I'm sure, appreciated the offer from his former player, but he's like, no, I'm all locked in. I'm all in on North Carolina. He's an old school mentality guy. Belichick grew up in an era where he didn't have actual physical contracts. He would look a man in his eye and word was his bond. The contract was signed, sealed, and delivered upon handshake. Only thing you got in this world as a man is your word and your balls. And that's the type of energy Bill Belichick moves with. And he's not going to back down and not take this challenge on North Carolina. He will be here at least for one full season, and then we'll go from there. But no way he's thinking about NFL right now. NFL will always be there because he's the greatest of all time. But right now, he wants to lock in on a new venture. So, yes, you are wrong about this, Jason. He's going to be in North Carolina this year.
He's probably like, fuck Tom.
Why are you saying that for?
His arms are always out. He ain't got the short sleeve. Fuck Tom. Now you want to call me? You saw Mayo just got fired. Now you want to call me? You know I got this job for my son. I can't just leave right now. Give me a couple weeks. I'm on the road with Lambo, acting as if I'm recruiting because I can't just leave North Carolina, Tom. Goddamn, Tom. I told you to wait a few. I would have got in there. I told you, let me do it my way. Now you want to fire AP? Now? You know I want to be in the NFL and chase my 17th win. You know I want to break the record, Tom. And you're a horrible announcer. But God damn it. Are you going to become better owner? Are you going to make sure you do this the right way and hire me the right way and let me have this whole thing? Is Davis going to step away and let me coach and be this guy that I am, Tom? I got a 21-year-old bitch now, Tom. She's killing your fucking Giselle, by the way. You can go get Vrabel, Tom. It's your boy.
Coach Prime said he would consider coaching in the NFL on one condition. Y'all got to listen to this.
because I know y'all gonna jump to it. The only way I would consider continuing is that I'm coaching my sons, plural, not singular, plural.
What does that mean?
Out of Colorado. I've been telling y'all that though.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
He gone.
Thank you so much, Lucy. We appreciate you, Lucy Lou. Appreciate you,
gone.
TJ. Man, TJ again. Send us some more. TJ must have got paid today on a Thursday. Appreciate you, TJ. Damn, veteran wrestling. The money keep going. Hey, y'all better stop sending this money. They're gonna make me turn up on this motherfucker.
I would take all this money and give it to the fire victim, but there's not enough to do anything. I know it's all, no, I'm not taking disrespect. I'll give it to him. But the problem is I think who was it? Antonio Brown, AB, crazy ass. He's actually he put together something. I know he already, I think, donated $100,000 already. So I know some folks out there are doing their thing. So shout out to everybody out there, man. Giving what you can for the show. Appreciate it. Telling you, man, Dion out of there. I've been telling you, there's scenarios out there that the team can get both sons. I'm just throwing it out there right now.
So you think Bailey and Matt had it wrong this whole time? This is cold blooded. It's disrespectful too. And F ain't rich too. So this is a slap in the face, as you would call it.
All them fucking. Can I be real?
All right, go ahead and be real.
All them fucking Ponzi schemes y'all come up with and created, and you got 99 cents to throw at us, at your brother, is goddamn shame. You guys literally created a Ponzi scheme, and you have billions of dollars to choose from. All my shit, everyone else's shit, y'all hacked. And you won't give Smitty over 99 cents. I'm disappointed, dog. I'm disappointed in a lot of things today.
Ironically, you know what's fun? I know we joking. I did have an African dude who like Ponzi'd me out of $300 though. When I was moving out here, I was such in a rush to sell my furniture. I tried to use like this little furniture app, and I didn't, I was trying to just hurry up. And he asked some silly shit, but I was such in like a zone of just trying to get this furniture out my fucking apartment. I was like, all right, whatever. Long story short, it was like $300, bro. I was so pissed at myself because it was stupid. I'm admitting it was stupid as hell. But just being in that zone, not thinking, motherfucker got me. Never happened again. Shout out to Chris Outgoing.
I'm just telling you, them motherfuckers, they do a lot of shit. I've never heard of a chiropractic Ponzi scheme.
Like a back person, a chiropractor?
I'm just saying, I've never heard of a chiropractic Ponzi scheme. Motherfucker piqued my interest. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is a chiropractic Ponzi scheme? Shit, I want to hear this. Like these motherfuckers got everything. Like they got all kind of shit.
Anything you can think of.
I'm like, a chiropractic Ponzi scheme? What kind of shit is that? Like, what kind of shit is that? It piqued my interest. Like, let me hear what you got. I mean, this motherfucker got any type of scheme, any Ponzi scheme you can think of, motherfucker got. I'll be like, goddamn, like what?
Let's end the show with a little bit of sports betting. Let's bring in Bailey, man. I know we got some sports betting going on tonight, brought to you by Bet US. Let's bring Bailey in here right now. Let's end the show, high energy sports betting. Bailey, what we got?
Well, we got a college football playoff game tonight, top four, Notre Dame, Penn State. Smitty, I already know how you feel about this game. Really, it's a pick 'em at this point. Notre Dame is 1.5 point favorites, but really it's just a pick 'em. Who do you think? Who you got? Personally, I got Penn State money line. I think they have a better quarterback. They have a better defense, and they can run the ball better. So personally, I'm rolling Penn State money line. And Smitty, who you got?
Hey man, I'm rolling with Notre Dame, man. Money line. I just like how they're rolling, the momentum they got right now. I think Coach Freeman has those guys just motivated, believing in each other, and since that Northern Illinois lost early in the season, they just have not looked back at all, man. They're rolling. I like Notre Dame money line to win this one. Mike Bundy, shout out to you for the $99.99 3/5 rule. I guess I don't know what you're talking about that. Okay.
Shout out to Mike Bundy. Coach JB, who you got?
We'll flip a coin because I'm not going to watch it. We'll flip a coin. I'm going to put a 1 on this side and a 2 on this side. I'm going to flip it. 1 is Notre Dame, 2 is Penn State, and that's what I'm going to bet on BetUS today because this is such it's going to be such a shitty game. 2 it is. Penn State, money line.
All right.
And before we move on, the total is at 45, or I believe it's at 44 and a half. Well, actually, it's up to 45 and a half now. Over under, I want to lean under. That's what I got. Smitty, who you got? Over under. 45 and a half.
We got 2 pretty good. I'm going to go under. I don't see this being a high scoring game or a shootout. I think both teams can run the ball. I think the game will be quick because they'll kill the clock. I'm going with the under.
I'm going to go with the money to win money, and I'm going to go over. Because all these games, everyone always predicts will be under. This will be a shootout. Watch. Mark my words. There'll be a shootout tonight. It'll be like a 31-30 game. Watch. I think it will be. Shout out to Mike Bundy, man, dropping another $100 in the chat earlier. We've got guys dropping money in today. I appreciate all you guys, man, as always.
Yeah, seriously.
Shout out to you guys. Yeah, I got that. I got that shit real.
Damn.
I can just see that, but I can see it clearing 45 though. Like I just think it'll be a shootout. Every time anyone thinks it's going to be these 2 defenses and blah blah blah, it'll be a big play. It'll be a big play. It'll be QBs will be on fire. It'll be everything opposite of what everyone thinks. They'll stop the run, and it'll end up being a QB passing game, or vice versa. It'll be something, but that's what will happen in these type of games, especially when they haven't played each other, haven't seen a lot of film on each other, and it's a Thursday night. Something will happen. It's going to be weird. That's my take.
Let the game do the talking tonight.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. Appreciate
that.
US. That US, man. Code JB, promo code. Man, 5 minutes left here on the show, JB. Any final thoughts? Any final, just anything that you have? Any wisdom? Any more demonstrations you want to show the chat? You've done a lot today. You've done a lot on a serious level, on a looser level. What you looking at, homie?
So I got shout out to all the fans and everybody. Like I get DMs from people that are literally in water and power here in LA. I get guys that are insurance agents and listen to the show because they said, Coach, you ran about State Farm leaving Cali, and they wrote a huge DM to me. It says that there's about 5 carriers and underwriters in Southeast Louisiana. You are absolutely correct. You should be receiving warning that they are canceling your policy or removing coverage. If that was not done, I would contact a lawyer. You have a leg to stand on. State Farm hasn't written home insurance in LA for many years. Give me a holler if you have any insurance questions. Happy to help. There's a lot of guys out there, so shout out to all the good humans in the world. There's still more good humans than bad humans, Smitty, in my opinion, in the world, even though we have surrounded by shitbirds galore. I do believe that there are more good than bad out there, unfortunately. And it always shows up in a type of tragic situation like we're seeing now, like we saw in 9/11, like we saw with the hurricanes, like we see in every scenario that happens. North Carolina, the Florida shit. People come out the woodworks to help, Smitty. You know that. We all know that. And that's when you see the good. And the bad are the ones that either A, started this fire, B, were paid to start this fire, these fires, or C, just absolute shitbirds, politicians that are can't trust as far as you can throw them. So it is what it is, man. I just hate that we have to face these bumps in the roads, Smitty, that we're going to see in a beautiful place. And it doesn't matter anywhere in America, in my opinion. LA looks like a third world country right now. It looks like fucking Gaza Strip. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. But guess what? We've been letting downtown LA look like Gaza Strip for fucking last 15 years. No one wants to talk about it. Getting worse and worse and worse. That's one reason we don't go to the studio as much, Smitty, that everyone wants to talk about. How it's so fucking shitty down there and hard to get in and move around. It's so bad that, I mean, you either fight it or you leave it, man, and it is what it is. But getting harder and harder, man. And I just hate that the politicians have ruined the place. So beautiful, like California, my home. That's just what it's fucked up. Everywhere I've ever left, Smitty, I've always come back home because I always got a home to come back to. Now it's like getting harder and harder to leave and then come back. Because if I leave, I'm 48 years old, be 49 in February. There's no coming back. So like, I don't know. That just is what it is. All right, Eddie. Bailey, put the chat in the thing. Eddie, call in. Give us some groundbreaking news. You better see fucking smoke and fire then if you call in. I don't want to. Don't do no stupid ass fucking Boost Mobile shit. It better be some groundbreaking shit. Call in, Eddie. And yeah, if you mention the Cowboys, I'll fucking hang up.
He said it better be smoking fire. Like it better be. Like don't call it fire.
I hate to say that, but better be on the ground showing us that the problem.
Oh shit! Damn. What up, y'all?
Eddie, what's going on, Eddie?
I'm out here in Compton, man. Everything looks good.
Clear, homie.
It looks beautiful out there, homie.
Yeah, it's Compton. I'm out here in Compton.
Oh, wait. Go wait. Let me see. Where you at?
I'm in Long Beach Boulevard.
I know, but where are you at?
I'm at work right now.
But is that the continuation school? Where you at?
Nah. It's like a little warehouse.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, but yeah, this need a little update.
Oh, I do see the smoke back there though, behind the building.
Yeah.
Not that way, the other way. Yeah.
You where you at? Long Beach and what?
It's Long Beach and Rose. This is Rosecrans.
Yeah, you in the hood. You by Louis Burgers.
Yeah, Louis Burger. Yup.
Louis, homie.
Louis, yeah, Louis Burger.
Fucking Louis. It's singular, homie. Louis Burgers, homie. That's the best burger in California.
You know, black people we make everything plural. You know what I mean?
Hey, Eddie, you just make a right, homie. You in the hood. You in Ludus Park, homie. Just make a right. You right there in Ludus. So go down to Bullets Road. Go down to Bullets, homie. You in the hood.
Walk through blood territory and just show us the environment.
He in blood neighborhood right now. He don't gotta walk nowhere.
No, but like go to the neighborhood. I want to see him outside. I want to see him hustling. I don't want to like go.
Don't do that to Eddie. Cats is up in arms right now.
Eddie cool. Eddie cool though. He a black man. Homie, I thought you was at work, homie. Like, how you gonna just lead a job like this?
You walking up on, homie? Who was that at the bus stop?
On the hood, it was kind of murking me a little bit.
Ain't you at work though, homie? Like, how you just walking? Eddie.
Yeah.
How are you walking and you're at fucking work? You about to get fired, homie?
Nah, I'm patrolling.
I mean, you've already walked a half a mile from your place.
I'm patrolling right now.
Homie, you about to be at churches, ain't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know right where you are, motherfucker. I know exactly. Come on, I'm from right there. I grew up down there.
You saw the churches when he was walking home. Don't do that, B. You a cold hustler, JV. I give it to you.
Smitty, stop, Eddie. Let me prove to Smitty where the fuck you are. So if you go across that street, go back to the other angle. If you go across the street, you're gonna go to Louis Burgers down on the left-hand side. You're gonna go down to Louis Burgers, and if you make a right, it's Bradfield Avenue, where JB grew up. So I'm just throwing that out there. I'm off of Bradfield and Palmer, in between Rosecrans and Compton, right there. Literally, you can walk there. That's a tire store over there. Hey, Eddie, by the way, if you go behind where you are, there's a Wiener Schnitzel. There's a bunch of other shit they just developed over there. And there's a shitty-ass McDonald's and a shitty-ass... And by the way, Smitty, if you go up a couple blocks, it's where I was at the day that I just told Matt Barnes and them, where they unfortunately shot and killed Kawhi Leonard's father. So, just telling you where you are. You get a little demographic. Hey, that church is still open?
Been back in a while.
Is that church still open?
I don't think so. It looked like it's closed. Yeah, it's still early. It's closed right now.
No, but is it open like for business?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. It's still open.
Shout out to Liz, man. Shout out to Liz.
What do you mean, Lucy? Wiener Schnitzel's is from California, Lucy. You guys in Texas just barely got Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah, we been
Come
had
on,
Wiener
I
Schnitzel.
know where every Wiener Schnitzel in Texas is. You know why? Because Texas is the only other state that has it. And on the way from Kansas to Cali, I used to stop at Wiener Schnitzel in shit-ass Amarillo.
You love wieners, homie.
I love Wiener Schnitzel.
Lewisburg is where it's at, though. Lewisburg is where it's at right here.
Louis.
We call it Lewis, homie.
He going to Louis, homie. So you walk into Louis like a motherfucker. So Smitty,
order some right now.
Smitty, Louis Burger straight across. All right, so here's a little history lesson. If you pan to the right, to the park, Eddie, to the right, the park. That's Luna's Park, Smitty.
Yep.
That is where they filmed California Love. That's where they filmed To Live and Die in L.A. Struggling. So that's where I seen Snoop get checked. Anyway, there's a lot going on right there. That's Luna's Park. That's where I grew up. Those project apartments right there. That's the border. See those apartments right there, Smitty?
Yeah.
Right behind that is Linwood.
Yeah.
That's where Suge grew up. And that's what created Luna's Park Mob, which was Linwood Mob combined with Luna's Park, Compton, and it became the Mob. And anyway, I give you all kind of history lessons. That's the best burger in LA right there. That's where I grew up, Smitty, right there. I still know the owners. Shout out to the owners. Hispanic lady, great woman. I don't want to say her name, but still owns it.
What's her name?
And the best chili cheese carne asada fries you ever will get, ever will have. The best burger you ever will have. Just saying.
Yeah, but yeah, let me get out here. People looking at me crazy filming. I might get shot. Let me get up out of here, man.
I want to see that live on the show.
You are going to get shot. You're not Mike. You will get shot. This ain't Beverly Hills. Huh.
Shit.
All right, Eddie. Appreciate the insight.
All right, then. Go Cowboys.
All right, be careful.
safe,
homie. Hey, tell him you know me if you need to get out of there.
Go Cowboys. Eddie a funny motherfucker, man. He answered the call and dropped his phone.
Hey, Eddie started to get uncomfortable like a motherfucker.
He's all right.
He was like, Eddie's like, shit, I really am around this real shit over here. JB was right. I gotta get. Hell no, Vince. Vince, don't ever disrespect Louis Burger with fucking Tams. And by the way, there's 2 Tams in Compton right around there. That one Tams is a fake Tams, we call it. The other Tams is the real one, but then that's where you go anywhere after dark, nightfall. You probably you are gonna get shot. So
I was in Compton that one day. I sent you all the videos. I was comfortable as hell.
Yeah, he was not. He was in total another area.
No, I was
but
in
anyway.
Compton, homie. I was sending you all the shit I was at. Stop. Don't
You
play
was in
with that.
Watts. You was in Watts.
Yeah, this motherfucker capping now. See, it's like
God damn, this motherfucker don't even know the difference. That's why you know he's from outside. Outsiders.
You were telling me all the spots, and I was showing you the exact spot you was naming, homie.
You was in Watts, homie. I told you I had to send a homie over there to make sure you got out.
Remember, it was those apartments across the street that you was saying was like real yes.
That was Watts, homie. He was in the Haciendas, homie. You was almost in the Hacienda Village, which was one of the worst parts of Watts. Okay. You was over there, and I had to send you some folks over there to help you get out. Roscoe Chicken and Waffles is horrific.
Nah,
so don't ever compare that to a real place, okay?
I go there and get that Obama special though. But I don't get the waffles. I substitute the waffles for fries, and I put sauce on everything. Hot sauce, ketchup, everything. And I get that half.
Jay Uso, all my Usos lived in Park Village. Homie, every Uso that played for me at Compton, you just go to the park, go pull up. They come out to the truck, take them to Compton College.
Jay Uso, I pull up.
Every Uso I ever had lives in Park Village. Park Village is a real notorious. Now it's off-brand from our side, but they got a lot of Usos living there.
That's cool. I pull up. Jay Uso he gave me the pass. I pull up. But, hey man, it's 9:08. I got stuff to do. So man, I appreciate y'all so much for tapping in with. If you're not subscribed, become a member right now. Don't forget about our other channel as well. We got exclusive content over there. And if you in California, man, on a serious note, man, be safe. Watch your back. wear a mask. They saying wear a mask. I don't know. I'm just saying air's messed up. You can't breathe outside. I got people, homies who evacuated. I got homies who stay in the Airbnbs right now. There's a lot going on. So y'all just be safe. And we got one more show tomorrow, man. End the week off.
You know what? We got to talk about that too. I don't know if they're going to let us
do a show tomorrow
out there.
Oh we probably should move it. I've been thought about that as soon as all this stuff went down. We should probably wait. And we haven't even promoted it for real. We talked about it one time, but I think we should just wait.
Fuck.
It would be stupid for you to drive all the way out there and they're like, oh, we can't. That'd be like now we don't have no show, nothing.
Yeah, the boat is right by where all this is at. I don't know if they're going to. I don't even know if. I'm sure they got the harbor shut down because they won't let you go north into it. So, yeah, it'd probably be a waste of time. Let's do it after, when all this shit calms down, man. We maybe take the boat up to the site and show you later on at a later date. Yeah, I'll do that. So we'll do a show here. We'll be right here, God willing, tomorrow.
I don't like your energy, homie.
By the way, just so a heads up real quick, and I've said it before, and it took time to get the people I said would be on the show. It didn't happen right away, so it is what it is. I don't care what you guys think. Scatterboo was supposed to be on. He hasn't. He's running into compliance issues. We'll see what he has to say. Also, tomorrow, if you guys are aware and know who Avion Kason is, former NFL running back, he'll be on the show tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. That's verified. So we'll have our main man, former NFL running back, Cowboy, Lion, and Ram, Illinois State alum. So Smitty can relate. Okay. 10-year NFL vet, Avion Kason. He'll join us tomorrow morning and Monday, possibly in studio, which is right here in this studio. And I'm just saying it could happen or it could be a phone call. But we're going to have our main man, Uncle Dave, my boy Yona, and DJ U on the show live. DJ's out here working out with a good friend of mine. I'm obviously family friends with the family. And Big Dave, DJ's Pops, and Yona will possibly be either come in right here and sit right here, or they'll call in on Monday. But Monday, DJ U is Pops and my big homie, Dave's brother, DJ's uncle, SoCal legend, will be on the show with us, either right here or on regular. So just throwing that out there. So DJ U will be on the show. That'll be good insight talking to him about his future, what he thinks, draft pick status, all that. So just giving you that information, and we'll see you tomorrow. Free game Friday.
Yeah, should be a good one. Peace.
Get
your bar stool.